Hello, everybody. Welcome along. We are back once again here live on the channel for another watch along today. Brentford versus Wycombe. We did Derby and Barrow yesterday. So the return of football, the return of Brentford as well. So near, but yet so far for them last season. The opposite can be said for Wycombe, who had playoff success where Brentford fell. They meet today in this first Carabao Cup game. And a little bit of a sense of Brentford trying out a few new signings. Ivan Toney is in. Charlie Good is in. I suspect we will get a fair idea of the pattern of play of both teams that we expect to see in the Championship this season. And it'll be interesting to see some of these new guys here. Let me know if you are in the chat and if you are watching, get your thoughts in. Battle of the Hair. More managers should give it a go. Here we go. Chris. Up the bees. Chris was there last season for that big run of Brentford wins here and ultimately play up defeat. Strap up twins, long lost brothers. I think people are referring to my lovely bit of artwork I put up for this one. I'm seeing Matt Bloomfield, ex of Ipswich. He's lining up there with the Wycombe players in the tunnel in the new stadium at Brentford that looks fabulous. Out they come in their lovely yellow away shirt, Wycombe. Let's get some more comments here. Connor says, come on, Wycombe, indeed. Weird. I signed on here and got a completely different comment section from someone rambling about the Turbo Kid. YouTube is really odd sometimes. There you go. Nothing to do with me. Hello, Alistair. Is Watkins and Ben Rama playing? No, we're not going to see Watkins and Ben Rama, but believe me, Brentford have got themselves to a point now where even a kind of reserve team, it's not really a reserve team, it's a kind of half team basically, is looking very, very strong for them. Why is Ben's countdown stuck? Hopefully my new wonderful countdown didn't get stuck. Let me know if that all went well. Battle of the Long Hair, presented by Gareth Ainsworth's Tribute Act. There we go. As I should say, in 2020, we should not be judging people by arbitrary physical or cosmetic characteristics, let's just say. But doesn't my hair look lovely today? Just out of the shower. Gave it a good brush. Hey, sometimes I don't, I just jump out. Alistair D, come on, I'm lovely, thank you. Cheer him on from Blackpool, says Andy. Let me know if we've got any Brentford or Wycombe in the chat as well. Lucas Yao, yes, he did. Made quite the start yesterday. Hat-trick for Reading. Great start. Perfect hat-trick as well, wasn't it? Head, right foot, left foot. Ricky watching Wycombe training yesterday. Seeming good. I'm Millwall. Welcome, Ricky. Am I going to review the next Spurs doc? Yes, we will do that tomorrow. Right, let me just get this team shape up, even though Sky were completely wrong yesterday in the Derby Barrow game. To be fair, that was more due to a new system from Derby and the fact that it was Barrow, and they really didn't know what was going on there. But strong looking Brentford team. We're expecting a normal 4-3-3 and the debut of Ivan Toney. I'd be interested to see Thompson, the right back, as well. Wycombe looks strong. A lot of names I'm recognising from last season. 2, 5, 21, 3, 4. Let me just get this all scribbled down. Hopefully Sky have got the shape right and I won't end up looking silly. And we should be all good. Joe Garner will get 20 goals this season, says Katie. I love Joe Garner. We had him at Ipswich and he has bossed League One before with Preston. put it that way. Afternoon to Iain. Townfall Hemley, says Blaine. Russ is blowing me kissy faces again. Ben, the white painted walls offended me. Tremendous. I didn't paint them. Baggy. Right, here we go. The first ban of the year is going to Alice Sadiq, who is in the timeout for telling me to cut my hair. What a ridiculous comment. Put user in timeout. There he goes. Surely this can't be as boring as the games yesterday. Yeah, indeed. I think you may have a shadow live stream. I don't know what that means. As the players take the knee, we are about to kick off here. I don't know what a shadow live stream is, by the way. Who's got the better hair, Ainsworth or Frank? I have to say Frank. I think you should go grey gracefully. I certainly will. It's the dye job with Ainsworth that bothers me. But there we go. Let's not talk about the hair. As we kick off the very first competitive kick in the new stadium at Brentford, and it goes all the way back to the Wycombe keeper. They push up the pitch and get the ball up long, which is absolutely fine. We've got no issue with that. Big shadow cast on the side of the pitch. Going to be one of those stadiums in the sunshine there. Joy of all joys. As Charlie Good gets his first kick in a Brentford shirt there, just signed from Northampton Town, indeed. Well done, Ben. Got your microphone working, my friend. Here come Wycombe on the counter. Nothing doing. And through to Daniels, who gets a rare game in goal for Brentford. Expect David Raya to be back in when the league starts over, as Brentford start to move the ball around as they love to do. Matthias Jensen, who had, if you remember, a brilliant playoff semi second leg in the game against, who did Brentford beat in the playoffs? Swansea, wasn't it? There is Fosu getting a chance. Be interesting to see how many games he gets for the Bees, indeed, this season. Get your comments in on the game. What's happening? We'll do some questions as we go, indeed. As Matt Bloomfield, ex of Ipswich and many, many appearances for Wycombe, lobs the ball out of play, trying to find the first cross of the game for Wycombe. Big pan out on that new Brentford stadium there, looking nice in the sunshine. Is Emiliano Marcondes wearing 9? For goodness sake. We can't have a central midfielder wearing 9. Do we expect both Watkins and Ben Rama to be sold? Well, we expect at least one of them to go. But I'm sure if they get good fees, then they will both be on their way out. That's the deal at Brentford. If they get the asking price, they will sell. Jay says, would love to get Bradford in the next round. And that's that nice new Leeds shirt up in his picture there. Here's Fosu. And we've got an overlap here from Rico Henry, the first of many, no doubt, during the season. Superb player last season, Rico Henry, the left back for Brentford. Let's see if we can bring any stats up for you guys as we go. Try and work this split screen technology out. I think we managed to figure it yesterday. Although, joy of all joys, the BBC don't have their page up there yet. And I just missed Samuel getting fouled by Henry, indeed. Which means, no doubt, knowing Wycombe, that this ball is going in the box. Joe Jacobson, who had a superb season last season, loads of goals and assists. And it goes free header over the top there. Nice delivery, as you'd expect from Jacobson, headed over the top. Decent chance, that. One of those ones where he just jumps too early, gets underneath the ball, doesn't he? Quick breakaway for Brentford, but they cannot get in behind. Goal kick here for Allsop, the Wycombe goalkeeper, goes up long. Pinnock towering in the air as ever. Sergi Canos, nice to see him back. Lee says Raya going to Arsenal to be third choice keeper is quite sad for some. Is he going? Is he going to Arsenal? Goodness me. Alice Sadiq blames his brother, and he's trying to get away with that with a laughing face. We should probably still put him on the naughty step, shouldn't we? I didn't realise he was going. A couple of people saying Raya having a medical at Arsenal. That's very interesting. We'll see what. Yeah. I didn't know about this. Thank you for smarting me up to this. Here's Zamburek, and it goes wide. Is Rico Henry playing? No, he's not. Canuas into the box here. Squared all chance there for Fosu coming in off the left-hand side. More action in this game than the entire Derby Barrow game so far. Canuas gets played in. Puts it across. That's poor from Fosu. He's coming across on his weaker foot there, not an inverted winger. Hits it right-footed, scuffs it quite badly, actually. Decent chance, that. Decent opening. If anyone can answer Elizabeth what the capacity is, about 15,000, isn't it? Box says you should do a video of all-time Brentford 11 sole players. Yeah, that would be a very good team based on the past few seasons. Here's Jacobson getting forward, plays that one inside, and Wycombe have to work their way back. Decent press by Brentford. And one of the worst passes you'll ever see there from Gape in central midfield. Hits it straight out of play. Bit jittery there, let's just say. As Henry comes forward to take the throw-in into Zamburek. And looked like a possible foul. Zamburek turns, closed down by Gape again. And he does, in the end, foul Zamburek. Let's have a look. Do I think Wycombe will stay up? It's going to be tricky, isn't it? It's going to be tricky, but they've got their system sorted. They've signed a few skyscrapers and big guys to join in with that. So let's see. Certainly had a hell of a season last season, didn't they? Canuas inside to Marcondes. Lovely switch of play there. Is Thompson playing right back and left back and Henry playing right back? Are they playing the fullbacks on the wrong sides here? Not the wrong sides, but someone's smarting me up here. I think Henry and Thompson are playing on the opposite sides, which is interesting. Let's switch them around on my piece of paper. So Rico Henry looks like he's playing right back, which means I might have got a couple of names wrong there. Akin Fenwa scores 20 goals. That I'd like to see. Do you think Reading will be relegated? Certainly in terms of lots of ongoing stuff in the boardroom and at the executive level. Possibly. Who's your best player for Ipswich Town? Flynn Downs. And he's likely to be sold to Crystal Palace very, very soon. Allsop coming right out of his goal to stick a free kick forward here. And completely makes a mess of that one all the way through to Daniels in goal. And if what you guys are saying, Daniels may get some games if Raya leaves. That would be not one of the ones that I expected to go out of Brentford first. And as we say it, Daniels tries to ping it forward. He's actually got away with that because Fosu made that look good. Great turn by Jambarek there. Nice switch of play. And Henry, brilliant header on. Great football by Brentford. Kanyos cuts inside and just gives it away. The first bit of Brentford ball we've seen this season. Jambarek, who started the game well in central midfield, to Thompson, who's playing left back, not Henry. Poor from Thompson, clips it straight through, and it's gathered by Allsop as Wycombe break out. Ball into the channel. And it looks like, Samuel puts his hand on Good's back. Good falls to the ground and buys the free kick, let's just say. Daniels inside to Pinnock, who had such a great season last season. And as I say that, of course, he gives the ball away there. And then let's see if the BBC website's actually working at the moment. See where our taxpayer bucks are going here. And we can get any stats up. No. Joy. Good evening from Australia, says Richo. We're all good over here. Thoughts on reports linking me with Scott Minto's former job? I think Laura Woods has got that one sorted out. She's very good, much more experienced than me, and looks a lot better on camera, let's just say. Not judging her on her appearance before anyone wokes me out. Looks like Kanyos fouls and then gets fouled on Freeman, was it? Henry, I can't quite fathom him playing right back, but what a good versatile player there. Good inside to Daniels and Pinnock. Brilliant stuff, really, when you think about where did Pinnock come from? Barnsley, good, Northampton. Henry was Walsall, was it? Was he Southend? Someone will smarten me up on that one as the game gets a little bit disjointed. Lee says, can I point out, Callum Wilson only scored 7 goals last season. He doesn't solve any issues at all. We shouldn't just judge forwards on goals scored, Lee. Depends on how the team plays, but it's a good place to start, isn't it? Take your point. Jay says, I imagine Villa will end up signing Watkins, one of those no-brainers with the connection with Dean Smith. Maybe the case. Andy says, can Noble stay at West Ham after his rant yesterday? You'd hope for his sake. Henry plays the ball back to Daniels as the game slows down. I remember seeing Pinnock at Barnsley against Millwall when I was in the UK. Wouldn't expect him to become... No, he's done brilliantly, hasn't he? I do agree. Where do I think Stoke will come next season? Should be in the top 8, I would think. The Blazing Charizard, whatever that means. Is that a Pokemon thing? Is it? I don't know. Right, Henry breaks out from right back on his left foot. He's got to play that into Fosu. Fosu into the box, step over, sells his man, and he's well blocked out in the end. Fosu has it again, gets the cross in. Tony close to winning the header, but maybe some kind of shove or something of that nature. Stood up his man well there, Fosu. Decent enough cross. I think Tony's had a foul given against him there. They've both got their hands on each other there, Tony and Joe Jacobson. Gareth Ainsworth does a couple of keepy uppies. When is the next round draw? I was going to ask you guys that. If it is immediately following this game, then I suppose we better stay on for it and see who gets drawn. So if you're up for hanging around for that, we will still be here, I would have thought. Definitely playing right back, Rico Henry. Very interesting. As I say, interesting to a nerd like me It's after the game. Thank you, Baggies. Today, second and third round. Interesting. 2 at once. Nice give and go there. Was there a foul on Fosu, or did he slip? Headed away by Good as Wycombe go direct. Marcondes, Jambarek, can they switch the play now? Out to Thompson in the left back position. Confusing the hell out of me here. Brentford swapping their fullbacks around. Jensen here, reasonably quiet for him. Jambarek's been doing most of the playmaking, and Jensen gives the ball away. Maybe that's why it has been quiet there. Right, let me just make some notes down here. I think they've got all the team shapes right. Sky certainly more knowledgeable on this one than Derby and Barrow yesterday. And we still can't pull any stats up for this game on the BBC website. Deary me. If anyone can help me out, knows a live website that's running stats for this game, let me know in the comments, please. Parker down the right. Great cross by Parker. Samuel throws himself at it there. Excellent play by Parker on the right-hand side. Clash of styles, but one decent ball into the box for either team here. That's outstanding from Parker. You won't see many better crosses than that. Spins it right round the back of Good. Really unlucky there. You can see Wycombe work on their crossing quality. That was superb from Parker, who's over on the right-hand side, just swapping with Wheeler for the time being. Excuse me, everyone. I hate this noise, but it will hype me up. Elizabeth suggests the Sky Sports app. I'm just going to flip on to the other screen and see if we can get that up. Now you'll hear me tapping away. Let's see if they have a live football centre in here. Scores. Wow. All sorts of stuff there. Can't quite see a light. If anyone can help me out, yeah, right. Is it in here? There we go. Lovely jubbly. Let me see if I can bring the split screen up for you guys. Use flash scores, says Andy. Let me just go, and I'm trying my best with the technology this year, guys. So you should be able to now, if I do this properly. There we go. Not that much info, but it gives us something if we need it, hey, doesn't it, guys? Right, Pinnock on the ball, out to Thompson, playing at left back. Jambarek makes the move. Nice feet from him. Good cover there, and Wycombe counter. Parker feeds it through. Bloomfield across. Good move by Wycombe. Good football. Wycombe been pretty decent for the last 2-3 minutes, I have to say. Sent you a DM of the current stats according to Bet365. Thank you, Jay. Can I get that on the web rather than on the app? Is that possible? Someone let me know. Martin says, Reece Norrington Davis look really good for Luton. Interesting, on loan from Sheffield United. Jordan Clark's going to be a star player. He signed in from Accrington, as Wycombe have a corner, which, as we're going to learn during this season, spells danger. Other fizzy drinks are available. Jacobson's going to take it left-footed from the right-hand side. Going to be an in-swinger. Charles up from the back. Headed away on the near post. Bit flappy from Daniels in the goal from Brentford. Back in from Jacobson. Stewart was arriving on the back post, but overcooked that one. Richo says, who does everyone support here? Just out of interest. Bung the team you support in the chat. We'll see if we've got a fair balance. Most of you will no doubt know I am Ipswich, and I suppose that picture of every Ipswich kit in history up above me gives that away. Charles finds Grimmer Down the right-hand side, Grimmer tries to take on Fosu. Not happening there. Picked up by Freeman in the midfield. And attacking, throwing down the right-hand side for Wycombe. Chelsea, says Elizabeth. Derby, Barnsley, Sheffield United, Leeds, Huddersfield, QPR. What a brilliant mix we've got here. Great thing about this channel, isn't it, hey? And the subscriber base is what I meant, not the channel. I want to break my arm, slapping myself on the back. Sliced out of play there by Daniels. Let me know what you think about Daniels' start to the game. Leeds, Truro, Luton. Lovely mix here. Lovely stuff here. Jacobson is going to take the attacking throw, looking for Parker. He's got it in the corner, looking to buy a foul. And between Marcondes and Henry, they take the ball off of him. Good 5 minutes from Wycombe. Wycombe have been on top for probably the last 5 minutes after that. Couple of good openings, particularly good chance for Fosu, a right-footed chance. Brentford just getting back on the ball now, looking to force some territory. Nice turn by Thompson in the left-back position. I'll repeat, Rico Henry's playing right-back and Thompson is playing left-back, which is pretty confusing me. Wheeler commits the foul as Brentford kind of get a bit more of a hold on this game. Inside to Zamarek, who started well. Nice and busy in the central midfield, using the ball well. Here he is again. Give and go with Pinnock. It's going home to Daniels. Good press here on Daniels. Is he going to give it away again? Yes, he is. And offside there. Charles, he got headed, Parker, excuse me. He got headed back in and he was in an offside position. Just went for the lob. Nothing doing here. James Collins scored a hat-trick for Luton yesterday. Lucas shouted for Reading as well, didn't he? Is Ben Rama and Watkins playing? No, they are not. In fact, if you would like to see, I can bring up the lineups. There you go. So Daniels, Callum Wilson, bad news for Aston Villa. He's back off the naughty step now. Alice Sadiq, after telling me to cut my hair. You know, that's the guaranteed way to get on there, don't you? I jest, well, a little bit. Pinnock is hurt. 50-50 there. Looked like Wheeler's small of his back hitting him in the chest, did it? Or did he get one in the face? Maybe a finger or an arm or something loose in the eye or something like that for Ethan Pinnock. Huge bloke. Thank you, Jay. Stats are on the app. So I'm going to head over on the other screen as the players get a little bit of a drinks break here. I'll head over to the Bet365 app and we'll see if we can get some live stats. Here, Brentford versus Wycombe. Can I make that full screen? Lots of betting stuff there that you guys may or may not want to be seeing. But, hey, it gives us an idea, doesn't it? So let's throw that up there. In fact, 26 attacks to 22. That's an interesting way of looking at it. Phases of play. 63% possession for Brentford at the moment. No scorers or goals, obviously. Free kicks 5-2 and no shots on target. Is that Matthew Benham, the Brentford owner, on the screen now? Indeed. Guy, thoughts in on the game as we stop for an injury break here? We can do some questions here. Chefki Kooky, says Kai. What a guy, hey? This game will finish 0-0, says Andy. Optimistic as ever there, Andy. Ethan Pinnock has got a little bit of cotton stuck up his left nostril. So I assume he got a little bash in the nose. And he's got a nosebleed there. God, it must be hot in West London. Grimmer, absolutely pouring with sweat, the poor guy there. Unless he just poured a bottle of water over his head or something. Maybe that's the case. He takes the throw-in back to Stewart as Pinnock finds his way back to the pitch. Charles plays the diagonal in, headed down by Parker, fed through to Bloomfield. Back out for Parker. Good football by Wycombe again. Cut out the cross there. And Wycombe can retool. Pretty much, I'd say, first 10 or 12 minutes, Brentford on top in this one. But since about the 15th minute, Wycombe have played pretty well. Pretty good. Anyone watch Curb Your Enthusiasm? No, just me. All the way through the latest Wycombe attack to Daniels in the goal, who, like Fabian Barthez used to, likes to hold the ball and throw it right on the edge of the area. And you just wonder whether he's ever going to get done for stepping out of the area and handballing it. This game is going into Wycombe's favour at the moment. It's getting very long and sort of stretched. Big kick forward by Allsop. One in the air there by Thompson. Zambarek wins the foul in central midfield. Bit bitty at the moment. 0-0 here. Let's just update my banner really quickly. And let's hope we get a goal, hey? 0-0 yesterday. Penalty shootout in Derby versus Barrow. Zambarek into Pinnock. Into Good. Building up from the back here. Zambarek. Remember, expect Pontus Jansson to come into this team. Henrik Dalsgaard. Christian Norgard. Brian Mbuemo. Ollie Watkins and Said Benrahma. None of them are playing as Bloomfield gets away. Hits the long ranger with the left foot way over the top. Now, it'd be interesting to see how those front three, or how many of them are remaining when the season actually starts. Oliver, good to finally be in a stream. You're very welcome indeed. Aston Villa may end up having to sign Batshuayi from Chelsea if they don't get Watkins. That's a lot of the story at Brentford at the moment. Remember, the transfer window closes on October the 5th. So expect movement in, out, or both at Brentford this season. Flicked on by Parker. Samuels chasing into the channel. But it goes for a Brentford throw-in. Taken by Rico Henry in the unfamiliar position of right back. As Wycombe, decent press by Wycombe there, not letting them out from the throw-in. Sky is showing a touch map for Ivan Toney. There's not many, put it that way. But hey, he's not there to build the play. He's there to finish the chances. And frankly, Brentford have only created one chance thus far. Fosu scuffing that one with the right foot here. Toney making his debut. A lot expected of Ivan Toney after a great season in League One last time out. Well played Freeman there. Robs. Jensen tries to feed Grimmer, who is marshalled away. Does well, Grimmer there. He had two men on him there, both Fosu and Thompson. Still managed to win the attacking throw-in, despite the fact he didn't appear to be favourite there. As I say, Wycombe playing well since about minute 15 in this one. They've been the better side. Big diagonal there into the box. Parker up. Samuel chasing. Wins it into the box here. Can he get Jacobson in a crossing position? Hospital ball by Samuel there. Really could have set up a good crossing position there. Kanyos does well chasing back, but a bit of a lack of quality from Samuel after all of the running he did there. Wycombe on top at the moment, attacking corner for them. Apologies if you already answered. Are we staying on for second round? Yeah, Colm will stay on for the second round draw. Corner floated in. Daniels with the one-handed punch. Logged back in by Gape, and it was Wheeler arriving there. Did he foul Tony, or did Tony win the header fairly? Lobbed in offside. Was it Gape, or was it Wheeler coming back? Looks like it was Wheeler. So yeah, they've got the attacking corner here. Parker with the corner for Wycombe. In it goes to the near post, just nodded clear by Tony. Actually, to be fair to Tony, he's defended well. I know that's not why he's there. Here's Fosu on the counter now, and he is fouled. Decent tactical foul there. Jay says, ideally, Pompey, Sunderland and Ipswich to get promoted from League One would be very good for the channel and very good for me. Andy not convinced on Tony. 2 p.m. says, Elizabeth, can I call you Liz? Probably not. Elizabeth from the draw. Wolf says, I thought they paid slightly over the odds for Tony. I hope they didn't, because I want Flynn Downs to go to Palace for as much money as possible. Let me repeat that. I don't want Flynn Downs to go to Palace, but if he does, I want him to go for at least 3 or 4 million in respect of, we think, Tony 5 million to Brentford with add-ons. Remember, that is my pet hate, undisclosed fees and people guessing. So we think 3 or 4 million. We don't know. Undisclosed fee there. Why is Mark Condes wearing number 9? Central midfielders should not wear number 9. I'm going to be old school about this rant. Centre forwards and goal scorers should wear number 9. Wheeler sliding in there. Oh, it's not him that gets the foul given, was it? Yes, it was. I don't know why that's been given. Excessive force, I guess. I think it's a yellow card, though, isn't it? So not sure, really. Charles Breakspear, the chrome-domed referee there. I don't want anybody to go to Palace. There you go. I can't say this guy's name, but the Blackpool striker from last year. Free transfer, better bet than Tony, says Andy. Brentford attacking free kick here. Wycombe, nice high line. Jensen floats it in. Pinnock. And Pinnock has scored. Great goal by Ethan Pinnock there, arriving at the back post. Famous last words there. I said a decent high line, but they get punished for the high line there, Wycombe, by a lovely delivery by Jensen. Pinnock arriving on the back post. Superb header in off the post. Let's have a look. Times his run perfectly, onside, and absolutely superb goal that. A really lovely flat delivery by Jensen. That's an outstanding goal by Brentford. What a header. In off the far post. There's a bit of curl, a bit of swaz on that header. What a brilliant goal by Ethan Pinnock there. 1-0. Get your thoughts in on that goal and my famous last words there saying that it was a decent high line. Honestly, I'm gonna stick with it because I do think it was a decent high line. It was a superb delivery by Matthias Jensen. And Pinnock with an outstanding goal there. Well, easily the best goal we've seen on the watch-alongs this season because it's the first one. What a goal, hey? Great header, right in off the post, yeah. That'll teach me. Too busy having a pop at Palace, grabbing and missed the goal. You said decent, not perfect, says Jay. Thanks, Jay, to bail me out. They're just replaying the free kick here. We're going to get debate on this one. It's the whole excessive force thing again, and judging whether someone's force when they go into a tackle is excessive and endangers an opponent. With this one, there wasn't actually an opponent. It did look like he just got there first, but if the referee deems he's used excessive force, he can give a free kick. The laws are written in that manner. So the ref's got an out there, but 10 years ago, it's not a foul. Today, it is. Free kick swung in for Wycombe, and Pinnock doing the business down the other end. Pinnock showing a striker's instinct with, frankly, superb headed opener here. Wonderful stuff from Pinnock. And Jensen, as the ball goes into the other box here, Stewart trying to recycle it. And Jensen, oh, good feet, well played. And he puts it clear into the other half. 1-0 here to Brentford. 34 minutes gone here. If anyone got the time of that goal, maybe it's up on our other website. No, they don't have the timing of the goal. Just past the half-hour mark, that one. As Kanyos and Jacobson go chest to chest a little bit there, and Jacobson wins the foul there. Free kick to Wycombe. Is this one going into the box right on the touchline? They're pushing up. The centre half's going forward. Yeah, Charles slowly making his way forward. Charlie Good is huge. Well, that camera angle's deceiving. Big, strapping centre half that Brentford have signed there from Northampton. Jacobson floats the free kick in. Pinnock heads clear. Lobbed into the back post. Samuel chasing as ever. And gathered by Daniel in the goal. 32 minutes was the goal, and the BBC site is up. By God, they've got there. I wonder how many times I have to press back on my browser to find what we were trying to find. So if you can hear me clicking my mouse a hell of a lot. There we go. We'll use our tax dollars to fund the split screen today and go for the BBC. 66% on the possession to Brentford, 3 shots to 2 on target to 0, 4 corners to 0. Does reflect the good period that Wycombe had between pretty much 15 minutes and the goal on 32, which Lee and Wolf kindly point out. What are my thoughts on Wilfred Boney wearing number 2 as a striker? It triggered me massively, obviously. Remember Ivan Zamorano for Inter when they signed the great Ronaldo, wore 99 with 9+9 in the middle because he just wanted to have 9 on his back, but obviously it got given to Ronaldo. Speaking of 9s, here's Marcondes, fed out to Kanyos. Good position, right-hand side. Tries to shape it across. Jacobson gets well back and blocks it, and Kanyos has fouled Jacobson. Wolf says, but they can't be bothered to tell you the teams. You need one of these, Wolf. There you go. My beautifully hand-scribbled teams. You can do many things on an iPad. Thelven says, Gallus wearing 10 at Arsenal wound me up. I bet it did. Rui Patricio wears 11 for Wolves, but that is with good reason. Who scored? Says Baggies Forever. He might be asking or telling me which website I should use there. Oh, effort on goal there. Daniels gets down well to save. Got his angles right there. Due to Wolves retiring the number 1 shirt. Why did Wolves retire the number 1 shirt? I assume that's because either they had a great player or someone passed on. Let me know. Ipswich fans with season tickets have to register to say if they want to attend games. Don't get that, says Nick. I assume because some people won't actually want to go if they're still shielding, if they've got conditions or what have you, or they just can't make it. Kanyos into the box, dinks it in. Tony with the header shapes it. Shapes that one wide. First chance for Ivan Toney there. Is it Ivan or Ivan on my pronunciation here? Kanyos dinks it in. He's got Stewart breathing down his neck, but maybe Tony should hit the target. Yeah, he should hit the target with that. I will make a note of that one. Brentford turning the screw a little bit here now. Tony header. Carl Ikemi retired the number. Okay. Ikemi retired through cancer. Oh, nice job. Okay. But he thankfully made a full recovery. Yeah, great stuff. Ivan, Tony, is it? Yeah. Nice job. What do we think of retired shirts generally? I think Ipswich would retire the number 6 for Kevin Beattie, being their greatest player, and especially after he passed on, a couple of years ago now. More a thing in American sport where they have the indoor arenas and they can put up the flags and whatnot. Parker, hand in the back there. And then a foul by Jacobson. It looked unlucky to get penalised with that one. Just a clash of the ankles there on Rico Henry. Shoving the back row from Parker. You can see on Mark Condes as well. Getting a little bit tetchy. It's good when it's done right. Like West Ham for Bobby Moore. All for retiring numbers when it's warranted. And I knew this was coming. Not Birmingham for Jude Bellingham. Yeah, indeed. What number did Jude Bellingham wear? 25 or something? I don't recall. Matches Jensen comes back on from being off the pitch injured. As Daniels, who doesn't quite have the range of passing that David Raya does in the goal. That's the second or third one he's tried to ping from right to left. Not quite got that pass down. Lewis says, Billy Sharp, rumoured to Derby on loan. Thoughts? That would be really good for Derby. Derby need a striker. Chris Martin's gone out. Obviously, he didn't like anyone, really, Koku. And they need a goal scorer. Dave disagrees with me. He says, please, God, no. But Sharp, proven at championship level, absolute goal machine. Getting on in years a little bit, but Derby need a player in that position, put it that way. Lee says, Billy Sharp won't be going anywhere until Sheffield United get strikers in. I don't like retiring shirts. If you get to wear that shirt, it's an honour. Yeah, that's the other side of it, isn't it? Fair point. Is Leon Clark still a Sheffield United player? He played in the Premier League, didn't he, last season? Sky throwing up there, Ipswich v Wigan next week at 11:30, and Messi on the edge of the box there, couldn't quite get it clear. Parker was on the end of it, just gets cleared there. I may have to work now on Sunday between 1 and 3, so very annoyingly, unless I drive there early and watch it on Sky Go, I might not get to see that game, which would peeve me off greatly. But we need to go, need to earn some money, don't we? Bloody COVID. Marcondes gets a foul given against him. He's not happy, flailing his arms about. And we're going to get a long throw into the box from Parker by the look of it. All okay until your team tries to sign the current best player in the world. And yeah, they've retired the number. Yeah, fair. Huge throw in by Parker to the edge of the box. Gape on the half volley. I think it might have hit Stewart on the way to goal there. It could have hit the Brentford defender. I guess Stewart will hope that it hit the Brentford defender. Parker holds it up well. Strong player. Kanyos nicks it off Freeman. Can Brentford counter? Oh, lovely ball threaded through. Here's Tony. He's in behind. Tony, they've caught up there and Grimmer makes the tackle there. Tony didn't quite have the acceleration there to get through. We've seen people like Michael Owen and Nicholas Anelka get into positions like that and just zoom away and score one-on-one. Tony couldn't quite do so there. Well done, Grimmer, getting back. Lovely ball through by Kanyos. Zambarek in behind in the left channel. Cut back to Kanyos and Fosley with the shot. Tipped over in the end by Allsop. Very decisive period of attacking play. Thompson, lovely ball there to Zambarek. Cut back. Lucky bounce-ish. Allsop did what he needed to there. Kanyos hits the shot straight out. Yeah, they're just showing a replay. Tony tried to take on Grimmer. Grimmer does really well and ably assisted there by Stewart. Nice period there of very decisive, progressive passing by Brentford, who have an attacking corner here. Brentford scoring from a set play quite brilliantly in this game. Jambarek's going to take this one. Tries the in-swinger. Jacobson, the first man, gets a nick on that one. Here is Jambarek. Again, great feet there and slid in there by Freeman, who wins the tackle. Good, and Parker's done really well there. Oh, and the referee gets in the way. That's unlucky. Ref apologises there. It was a good-looking ball, that by Parker. And it hits the ref, who apologises and stops the play to give Wycombe the ball back. Tough luck on Mr. Breakspear there. Tough luck on Wycombe. Jacobson, who lofts the ball forward. And Brentford clear. Can they counter now? No, because Marcondes cannot keep it in. Get your questions in. We'll do some questions at half time. Indeed. Andy, talk to me about the seats. Is that the Andy that I think it is? Talk to me about the seats at Brentford's new ground, Ben. I'm not a huge fan of this speckled look, but it does make things look better. I wonder if they had the foresight to do it, Andy, due to the fact that they knew COVID was coming. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why they've done it. I'm sure there's some high-spec technical architecture vision board reason why they've done it. But, hey, it's what it is. I'm not going to get too vexed by it. But I think maybe the argument as well is they're having different teams, rugby teams and women's Euros in there as well, that they didn't want it all red. We live in an age of inclusivity, hey. Got to have more than one colour seat, I think. Red, white and yellow and burgundy and black and grey. Actually got all sorts of colours when you look in the background there as we go into stoppage time. 3 minutes of stoppage time here, 46:30. Sorry, should have kept you up to date with that. Here's Thompson attacking Fosu, and it is swept up there. Keep your questions coming because we will be hitting half-time in just a second. Pinnock scored the Brentford goal. Elizabeth, superb goal. Oh, lovely turn by Canos there. Gets a bit lucky with the bounce of Jacobson. Jacobson tries to step over, overcooks it into the box. There was Marcondes, who wastes it there. Really good crossing position. Puts it into Allsop's hands there. Allsop with the gigantic goal kick there, and Charlie Good heads that away. Lovely turn by Rico Henry there, who's doing a pretty decent job at right back, actually. And the attack breaks down. Probably time for one more quick Wycombe counter before half-time, but Freeman gives the ball away. Jensen, Jambarek. And Pinnock is, that's probably going to signal the end of this half. About 20 seconds more. Jambarek has the ball. He's had a good first half. Fosu, Thompson, Tony down the left-hand side. Wheeler appeals for offside. Nothing doing. Jambarek's going to try and switch the players. He's done very effectively. Kanyos, lovely first touch here. Can he find the cross? Yes, he can. Very decent header there by Charles. One of two strapping, dreadlocked Wycombe centre-backs that I sometimes get in a little bit of a muddle with. It is half-time here, 1-0 to the Bees of Brentford. A frankly brilliant set play goal to make it 1-1. Let me just throw up the HT there on the banner. Brentford start reasonably well. Wycombe on top between sort of 15 minutes and the goal. And then Brentford really, really decent for the remainder of the half. Hopefully, we should be able to pull up some up-to-date stats for you. We can indeed. Let's bring them up here on the split screen. Let me just remove the banner. Get your questions in if you want me to do some Q&A during the half time. So there it is, 68% possession for the Bees. Although, like I say, a nice period of territory between about 15 and 30 minutes for Wycombe. Didn't force any decent chances, you can see there by the shots on target, but one really brilliant cross by Parker from the right that Samuel couldn't quite get on the end of. 5 shots to 4 in favour of Brentford. 3 shots to 1 on target, 4 corners to 1, which will tell you that Wycombe did have some territory, but perhaps did not do as much with it. As the half ended, Brentford had a nice period where Kanyos played Tony in, and they forced a header as well that Tony missed. And Brentford got their incisive passing going a little bit. Remember, today, no Benrahma, no Mbeumo, no Watkins, no Norgard, no Janssen, no Raya, and no Dalsgaard. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of those players missing. I'm guessing possibly in Janssen and Dalsgaard's case, they're away on international duty. No doubt someone will correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, please. Up the Bees. Says Chris, who would I like to see in the starting lineup on Tuesday, Ben, as Walker is out? An England question there. Get your comments in on that one. Hopefully Trent. Says Jay, who also says, I went to Turf Moor. It was an awful game, so it didn't help my overall experience. Tony Poor says, Andy's got it in for Tony, hasn't he? Koku said, after yesterday game, Derby are close to making additions and should be in before Reading on Saturday. What positions do you think Derby need to add on top of Josviak, who is set to sign? Someone help me out with Josviak. I'm not familiar with the player. Derby need a centre forward, obviously, don't they? Given that Chris Martin did that a lot last season, and that probably wasn't Philip Koku's first choice. So, yes, they need a centre forward. Someone was telling us in the chat about a link with Championship bagsman legend Billy Sharp. That would do the job, wouldn't it? Norgard and Dalsgaard are both with the Danish national team, says White Hart Dane, who would know much better than me, let's just say. Let me just angle that down a little bit. Hopefully that shot's okay. I just don't want you seeing my pink shorts and my legs out. Josviak plays for Lech Poznan. What position does he play? This is great. Dave says 22, Polish international winger. Talented winger. Superb. That would work. I suppose Derby are already stocked in that position a little bit with Tom Lawrence there playing in the 3 off the front. Who did it yesterday? Knight. It's great that Derby have got all these young players, but you don't want to be relying on them having to play 35 to 40 games per season. Indeed. Alex says, afternoon, Ben. How was the gig yesterday? If you want to get away from football for a little bit, I did a gig yesterday in a place called Royal Windsor, which is very nice, in a restaurant called, I think it was called the Royal Windsor or something. And it was interesting because for whatever reason, my equipment was working beautifully and either a lead or perhaps their little box where you plug in wasn't quite working properly. So we had to adjust on the hoof, which is not what they wanted. They wanted the feed of me playing and singing to be going through the main speakers there. So, yeah, we had to go through one of my smaller speakers, which is not my fault, I don't think, but I did my best. Hey. I think Southgate should have asked for VAR yesterday, Ben. I didn't see the England game, as I say. I was working as we see a replay of a perfect Brentford set play goal here. Utterly brilliant goal there. A flat free kick in. Pinnock on the run yeah, Thomas Frank goes like this to say, what a goal. Just absolutely superb stuff from Pinnock and from Jensen. It looks like they are complaining about the decision here. Oh, it was Jacobson, not Wheeler, that got penalised, saying that he just clipped his heel. It's one of those ones where Sky are showing a super duper slow motion of it, and you just feel for the ref when when they're being judged by super slow motion, and go figure, they have a human brain and two eyes. Thomas Frank certainly impressed with the goal there. Alex, all fun and games, yeah, isn't it? We just got to make some money at the moment, brother. There we go. Kane's goal should have stood, but the game was awful. Jealous that you missed it. There we go. Will I be streaming the England match on Tuesday, Ben? Possibly. I have not done the timetable for next week. They're showing just a couple of Wycombe chances here. Parker headed over. I'll try and get this sort of timetable for streams and whatnot done week by week here. As it says, quick little plug at the bottom there. You can support the channel here via Super Chat, or you can subscribe over on Patreon. And we have got Amazon shop set up, amazon.co.uk/shop/the Benjamin Bloom football channel. Buy any of that nonsense over there, and I get a little bit of a kickback. If you're watching this stream, please subscribe to the channel. 11,883 people have. So we're on our way to 12,000. Oliver, who is a Patreon subscriber, thank you, Oliver, says, going to Copenhagen in the morning. Lovely stuff. Oliver travels a lot, I know. Downloaded some of your podcasts for the flight. Nice one. I would recommend all of them, but especially the Championship by Numbers one. I think you'll get a kick out of that one. Yes, Alex, the draw for rounds 2 and 3 is after the game, so we will stay live for that one. Annoyingly, the online shopping guy text, or he didn't text personally, it doesn't work like that. But yeah, Kevin is not going to be here until 3:37 to 4:37. So I've got no food to cook anyway, even if we do stay on there for about 8 hours. Which we won't, obviously, but we may get debuts from Phillips, Cody, and Grealish, indeed. Right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do something different now. I am going to take a comfort break. So I'm going to flash up a little holding video. I'm going to disappear for about a minute, and then the stream will return. Don't go anywhere. Do say yourself, the stream will keep going. But I'm just going to take a very, very short comfort break. I will be back on the other side. Okay, welcome back. Thank you for hanging around. We're really trying to up the ante with the streams this year, so hopefully you guys are happy with all of that. It is pretty much a nightmare when you're doing a whole game, and you. Previous to this, I had no means of taking a little comfort break there. If you have any ideas for what we can flash up on the videos in between, that's not going to breach copyright and get me in trouble on YouTube, then please, indeed, get them in. Sky are just going for their last ad break before we come up for the second half. It is 1-0 to Brentford in this one. Why don't we have a little look at some of the scores yesterday? Do let me know if your team played yesterday. Let's have a little look at the north side there. If I throw that up in that view, then we can see that nicely. So it was Derby 0, Barrow 0. Let me know if your team played yesterday. Walsall 0, Wednesday 0. Both of those games went to penalties, with the championship sides winning both. Barnsley 1, Forest 0, Bolton 1, Bradford 2. Also, let me know any of these teams you fancy in the draw. Crewe 1, Lincoln 2, Fleetwood 3, Wigan 2. Wigan's first game without any players, basically. But they got the score sheet twice and led in that one, didn't they? Grimsby 1, Morecambe 1, Huddersfield 0, Rochdale 1, Oldham 3, Carlisle 0, Salford 1, Rotherham 1. So a few championship teams knocked out. Salford win that one on penalties. Excuse me. Scunthorpe 1, Port Vale 2. I think there were some Stoke fans in the chat wanting a Stoke Port Vale game. Sunderland 0, Hull 0. Hull winning that one on pens. Tranmere 1, Harrogate 1. Harrogate taking their bow and winning 8-7 on penalties there. It was Plymouth 3, QPR 2. I'm sure QPR led in that one a couple of times as well. Crawley 1, Millwall 3. Gillingham 1, Southend 0. Bristol City 2, Exeter 0. Birmingham 0, Cambridge 1, as the players come up for the second half here. Forest Green 1, Orient 2. Ipswich Town 3, Bristol Rovers 0. By God. Luton 3, Norwich 1. MK 0, Cov 1. Newport 2, Swansea 0. Let me know if your team played yesterday. Northampton 3, Cardiff 0. Oxford 1, AFC Wimbledon 1. Oxford winning on pens there. Peterborough 0, Cheltenham 1. Peterborough without Ivan Toney, who's playing today. And with Johnson Clark-Harris now at Peterborough. Reading 3, Colchester 1. We've spoken about Lucas Shaw's hat-trick. Swindon 1, Charlton 3. Borough 4, Shrewsbury 3. And Burton 1, Accrington 1 over on Friday night. We are about to get set for the second half. So let's go back to full screen. Parker and Samuel in-depth conversation here. Let me just bring up the stats for Brentford and Wycombe there. As we get ready for the second half. 1-0 in this game. Callum says, felt for Wigan. They could have done with some good news. Yes, indeed, they could. Ryan says, Borough 4, Shrewsbury 3. Not a good day for championship teams. Well, depends whether they wanted to go through or not. Some of them not interested in playing 7 games in the first month. Do I watch the darts or any other sports? No, I'm a football guy, Daz, I'm afraid. Ipswich won. Norwich lost. Yes, they did. Got a few Downloaded. Oh, Bloom going international. This is going to be on the plane. Oliver's going to be listening tomorrow. Great stuff. 13 teams come in now. The teams playing in Europe come in round 3. So there will be some big teams, some Premier League teams in the draw, which we will hang around for. If Wigan get through this season and avoid getting relegated again, that's all that matters. Yes. Didn't happen for Bolton, did it? Last season, they didn't manage to cope with the problems. As we go into the second half, let me just... And Kanyos straight into the action on the right-hand side, looking to find Zambarek, but cleared out there. No substitutions here at half-time. Kanyos back to Henry, playing right back, as I remind myself and you. Marcondes inside, good football. Henry nearly loses it. Zambarek out to Jensen on the right-hand side. Brentford patient until Jacobson nicks in and wins it, but Jensen gets it back and then gives it away. Wycombe counter, early one through the middle as ever for Samuel, and Daniels sweeping up at the back. No chance to look away from this one. Interesting start to the second half. Is it going to cool down now for a second? Aaron says, you are international. I'm watching from Melbourne, Australia. What time is it in Melbourne, Aaron? Kanyos down the right tries the early cross, trying to swing it in around the back there, blocked out. Leeds Bradford wants Jay. No chance of Ipswich Norwich, given the results yesterday. Just nice for Ipswich to win a game, for goodness sake. 10 p.m. Staying up for the draw, Aaron? Be 11 p.m. by the time that's done, mate. Decent throw in there into the box. Here is Kanyos. It's opened up. He's held the ball up. Feeds it to Tony, who falls over on the 6-yard line. Stewart tries to get it clear. Tony has a foul given against him. They could have made a lot more of that, could the Bees. We're just seeing the replay now. Completely caught out there. Gape, the defensive midfielder. And Tony just fell at the wrong second there. Should have at least been wanting to get a shot away there. Either Kanyos or Tony there for the Bees. Open start to the second half as Gape slides in on Zambarek. Ref reaches for a card. It's a red card. We've got our first controversial decision of the season. It's going to be the first of many, guys. We're in already reckless tackle, endangering opponent territory here. Gape has been sent off on 47 minutes. I have not seen a replay. Let's have a look. The ball goes loose. Oh, well, I know some people in the feed are not going to like this one. He slides in. Look, obviously, we're going to get 20 replays. Again, we're looking at the wording of the ruling here. But, yeah. Is it harsh? Is it soft? It's endangering the opponent and reckless challenge, isn't it? But that one did look harsh to me, I have to say. And I'm normally on the side of reading the laws and, giving the ref some credit. I mean, he wins the ball, Gape, and then his foot comes through after it hits. The studs of his foot hit Zambarek. Is it reckless? Is he endangering the opponent? Well, I mean, if you hurt the opponent, you're endangering him. But, that's just semantics with the words. King Apple says, same to be honest, but not an option yet, unfortunately. Wycombe down to 10. Harsh, says King Apple. And no doubt, for the first time this season. We're going to have to bring up the blooming IFAB laws, aren't we? Deary me. Let's bring them up. It's going to happen over and over again, isn't it? We're just accepting the change, I think. Let me bring up Law 12, if I can find it here. Here we go. I'm on the FA's website. We'll try and do a screen share for this one. Let's have a look. Chrome tab. I'll let you guys make your minds up, but we'll bring up the law. Serious foul play, a tackle or challenge that endangers the safety of an opponent or uses excessive force or brutality must be sanctioned as serious foul play. I'll just pause a second. Oh, that nearly fell for Tony. I'll keep reading it. Any player who lunges at an opponent in challenging for the ball from the front, from the side, or from behind using one or both legs with excessive force or endangers the safety or an opponent is guilty of serious foul play. Now, look, before we go into this, if you want to get your comments in, let's be really, really clear. This is a matter of opinion. So accept other people's opinion on this. I don't mind whether you think it's a red or whether it isn't. Just accept others' opinion and don't give your opinion as an absolute, because that, a header on the near post by Tony. That comes across a little bit like not understanding the situation, really. When a situation is open to opinion, you'll sound a little bit full of yourself if you say, no, it's definitely this or definitely the other, because, frankly, it is open to opinion. So what we're judging here is excessive force. Well, probably not, I don't think, in my opinion. Endangering an opponent, possibly on that one, because he does catch the ankle. Does he lunge? I don't know. What's the definition of a lunge? It's a tricky one. I can see it both ways, and I'm not sitting on the fence because it is a complete matter of opinion. I'm not sure that was excessive force. Let's have a look. Ryan says, according to Sky, that's not a red. They're entitled to their opinion. Ryan says, that's a yellow, in my opinion. The ball was won by the Brentford player. Remember, Ryan, that doesn't matter. The ball doesn't matter. It's all about the force of the tackle. You can win the ball and it still be a red card. Follow through. Yeah, that's where the referee has got an argument, hasn't he, with the follow through. I've seen worse. Yeah. And that's the thing. It's inconsistent. And we just need to be very honest and very grown up about the debate that it could be either. Jacobson swings the free kick in. And whilst it's not black and white, we can debate it. What we're debating is, was it excessive force? Did it endanger the opponent? It doesn't even matter whether you lunge in or not, because the first part of the rule says that. But I'm not sure on that one that was excessive force. When we see a professional athlete throw themselves in at full pelt into a tackle, maybe that looks excessive force. Ryan says, saying that I'm used to Scottish football and rotten refs. There you go. Yeah, open to opinion, isn't it? I don't think that will get appealed. I'm not sure. I didn't think the Rico Henry run in the playoffs last season would get appealed, I have to say, and it did. And it got overturned, didn't it? So I was wrong about that one. But I'm not sure. I did think that one was harsh, I have to say. But you can, if you want, argue excessive force on that one. I didn't think it was, but that would be my answer. Like I say, on this channel and the comments, as long as we frame the debate correctly, that's all we really care about. As long as we don't get any of this, that was a definite red card. And if you don't agree, is Sambarek into the box? Good tackle there. And a goal kick, in fact, by Bloomfield. As long as we don't get that kind of football pub speak, then we're okay. Let's just say the one in the Women's FA Cup in which Jill Scott got sent off for worse. I'm not familiar with that tackle, but I will take your word for it. Ryan, we're 55 minutes up. That's kind of killed the game a little bit, hasn't it? I think. Twizzer Revival says Wycombe's game plan is clear. Not sure they can get many points in the Championship playing this way. We'll see. It didn't work for Rotherham, didn't it? The direct game plan. But it might just work for Wycombe. We'll see. Good luck to them. That is all I will say on that one. First, remotely controversial red card of the season. Stewart makes a decent last-ditch tackle. Barry says, defined. Perhaps a bit harsh, but Wycombe can be a little bit physical on the day. And the question is whether the style will go well in the Championship. I can't see them topping the fair play table. There we go. Where do I see Eddie Howe going next? I see him sitting on his sofa while his stock rises and waiting for a decent job offer to come. Sometimes the best thing you can do is go absolutely nowhere. 55 up on this one. What is the record low points total in the Championship? I don't know. My team, Ipswich, were close with 31. Put it that way. Can someone Google that and let me know in the comment that didn't include a points deduction? Yeah. Yeah, if someone can figure that out. Let's bring the stats up and we will see how we're looking with this one. You expect this game to now swing wildly in Brentford's favour with their ability to keep the ball and the fact that Wycombe are maybe a little bit harshly down to 10 men as the ball goes in long to the Brentford box and is cleared. Offside, in fact. King Apple, why is the Wycombe goalkeeper kit rainbow coloured? I'm not sure what I think about that. Yeah, we've had some interesting kits this season. I think it might be their away goalkeeper kit as well, isn't it, rather than the home one. So I think Moyes will be sacked by West Ham and they'll bring Howe in. Yeah, interesting. Good start for Barnsley yesterday, feeling confident. Eli, there he is. He's back. Is Dean Smith the right man to take Villa forward? I don't know, but he deserves the chance after getting them out of the Championship and keeping them in the Premier League. Only just, though, went down to the last 10 minutes, didn't it? Into the channel here is Henry. Crosses in for Tony. Towering header as ever by Stewart at the back there. Here is Zambarek. Feints the shot. Marcondes carries the ball out to Fosu, who dummies the cross and feeds it into Henry, who's come inside. Henry, with the left footer there, blasts it over the top. Wycombe can still come into this game and maybe nick a goal on a breakaway. Also, what do you think of Ivan? And do you think he can have a good season in the Championship? Barnsley fan. Yes, I like Ivan Toney, and he's at the right place because they're going to create loads of chances for him. And good luck to Barnsley. I think he will have a good season in the Championship. Don't Bristol City's kits have rainbow? Yes, they do as well, don't they? Ben, if you were a left back, if you went up against Traore, I will die. I'd boss him. Honestly. It's not really rainbow colours, that Wycombe kit. It's purple, green, and yellow. Certainly interesting. Although I suppose the idea of different colours being a rainbow, yeah. Here is Henry. Brentford now slowing down and controlling this game against the 10 men of Wycombe. Thompson. Inside it goes to Pinnock, scorer of a superb goal in the first half. Great turn by Jensen. Zambarek, they've cut them here. Left-hand side is Kanyos. He's going to go on his right foot. He always does. No, he doesn't. Cuts it back left-footed and it's blocked. I thought it was going to be famous last words for the second time on the stream today. Here's Canos again on the left-hand side. Does go on his right foot this side. It's gone all the way across, but there's a foul being given against Tony in the box. Ivan. Nice. Who's the best central midfielder in the future, Mattheson or Grealish? I always avoid that one. They're both brilliant, Alistair. Both superb players, Mattheson and Grealish. I think Fosu missed his kick again there as the ball was cut back to him. He missed his kick in the first half on his right foot, and I said, it was on his weaker foot. He just missed his kick on the left foot there. Mattheson every time, says Dave. Ben, you will pocket Traore if you play against him. I'll pocket him in an arm wrestling challenge as well with those massive arms of his. Jesus. What a specimen that guy is. Mount, says Callum. I'm a big Grealish fan. From a Championship fan's point of view, isn't it great that we're talking about Mount, Grealish and Mattheson, who have all been in the Championship, who I'm sure we've all had the privilege of watching live and in the flesh. 3 brilliant players, those 3, and they're all English. Love it, hey? 1 hour up now. A little bit disappointed with the red card in this one because it's really swung the game heavily in Brentford's ability to control now, hasn't it? RM Comps, football compilations. As a small YouTuber just trying to grow his audience, would appreciate any support. There you go. You got it, buddy. Go and subscribe to RM Comps. Fosu into the box. Good feet by Fosu. Can he find the cross? Back to Marcondes, who swings it in. It goes loose. Tony! Good effort there on the half volley and saved by Allsop. Best moment for Tony there, closest he's got to a debut goal. There was good feet, good early cross. Canos, in fact, miscontrols it. He gets enough of a connection on that to aim it on target. It is a bit scuffy if I'm being harsh on Tony. Parker, oh my God, nearly catches out Daniels, who's the captain, in fact, of Brentford, on the near post. Good effort by Parker. He's been very efficient, Parker, today. Gets in on the left side. Definite shot there. Really good effort, Parker. Second impressive thing he's done today, and nearly catches Daniels out there. And he's going to take the corner as well, is Parker. In it goes from the left. Headed clear by the massive frame of Pinnock. And Zambarek plays it down the line to Jensen. When does Jensen ever have a bad first touch? Brilliant play by him. Here goes Canos now. Just enough on that pass to find Marcondes, but Bloomfield, excellent tackle from him. And Wycombe have it here. Let's have a little thought here. As Parker comes away, Pinnock is a superb player. I always rated him when he was at Barnsley and think he can be patient playing the Premier League. Yeah, I think the only thing against Pinnock is he's 26, 27? Often these players that break out are a little bit younger, but there we go. Thoughts on Calvin Phillips? Yeah, big fan of Calvin Phillips, and he's got a great manager there working with him as well. Mason Mount, the best future central midfielder of the 3, did a job on us in the playoffs. Certainly he did, didn't he? Does Phillips deserve an England call-up? Yeah, nice to see him get a go, isn't it? Canos curls. Oh! Unlucky, brilliant curling effort by Sergi Canos coming in from the left-hand side. Allsop completely beaten by this one, and it hits the post. Oh, that's unlucky. It literally curling and curling, just grazes off the post. Brilliant effort by Canos. So unlucky there. Sky doing a great job with the replays here. Oh, Allsop's beaten there completely. Great effort by Canos. Unlucky. Brentford looking to turn the screw here. First subs of the day. Kashket, and Horgan making his debut. Coming in for Samuel and Parker, who have worked tirelessly in Samuel's case, and rather unluckily in Parker's case, hitting the post. Sorry, not hitting the post. but putting that great cross in the first half and nearly catching Daniels out there. And Kashkit is going to be straight into the play. Can't quite get on the end of that one. He's gone to play up front, Kashkit. And I assume Horgan will be like for like and go and play down the left-hand side. For Wycombe, let's have a look at some of your comments. RM Comps appreciates the shout out, no problem. Do you think Wycombe will handle their first season in the Championship? Think it'll be a clear path to relegation? Ooh. It's going to be hard. Good luck to them. Do I think Wycombe will equalise? I do not, Elizabeth, I'm afraid. Bielsa gifting Phillips one of the shirts he played. I did not know about that. The myth of Bielsa grows. It's wide here for Fosu. He's going to cross it right-footed, blocked by Jacobson. Thoughts on Bogle and Lowe going to Sheffield United? That'd be a blow for Derby, wouldn't it? Bogle especially, excellent player, a bit ahead of Lowe, I think. Depends on the price. Matt Cash has gone for 14 million. I don't know how long they've got left on the contracts, and Jamal Lewis has been linked for a similar amount. So you'd expect that to be the going rate for a high-functioning fullback in the Championship. Crossed into good on the back post. He can't quite get there. Fosu holds it up well and feeds Pinnock, the goal scorer. Oh, he's going to try and take on Grimmer. And decent cross as well. Gets to the far post. Cut back his Kanyos. Surely. Oh, he's blocked out. Open right up for Kanyos. They're turning the screw. Jambarek crosses in. Tony. No one can get a shot off. My God. Thompson tried. And I think they've eventually got it clear. But are Brentford going to have another attack? Here is Kanyos over on the left-hand side. Trying to get it on his right foot. Comes inside, hits the shot low, tries to catch the keeper out on the near post and wins the corner. Brentford absolutely all over Wycombe at the moment. The 10 men of Wycombe. Yes, on Bogle and Lowe, it'd be great for Sheffield United. It's only a good deal for both if Derby get a good price here. Corner here for Brentford. I think Canos is going to take it. No, Jensen takes it. Swung in and cleared. Marcondes does really well to recycle it. Back out to Jensen. Crosses left-footed. Good nods down on the back post. Jacobson doesn't quite clear it, but Grimmer does. Andy says Rotherham only got 23 and Blackpool 26. You know Rotherham beat Ipswich in that 2016-17 season. God, Tom Adeyemi scores, dearie me. Lowe seems closer. Set for a medical, I believe. Pete Coig, the Wycombe owner, is being pictured, and they're all wearing Wycombe shirts. I've never seen an owner wear a team's colours since Mike Ashley, I don't think. I don't know how that bodes for you Wycombe fans. Hopefully, you'll have a better relationship. Daryl Horgan for Wycombe, good player, gave us havoc when he played for Rangers v Hibs. Oh, excellent, Ryan. Left winger, I believe. Apparently, medical was today. What, for both, Ridley? Let's hope they get the price they deserve. What do I think of John Swift? Like him a lot, Elizabeth. Big fan of Bogle. Going to be a brilliant player. Already is, I think, Jay, isn't he? Headed clear. Wycombe lobbing the ball into the box from the free kick. Here is Horgan. First chance to get amongst it. Doesn't get the cross over. We never get good prices. Why is that, Dave? Why is that? And I'm not comparing any of these players. You decide amongst you who's the best. But Matt Cash, Jayden Bogle, but I don't see why Bogle should be any less than Cash. I mean, obviously it depends who's paying and how long left on the contracts. But and Jamal Lewis as well. So it should be around that money. But yeah, there you go. He will play for England, I reckon. If we get 15 million plus for him, then it would be okay. Got to use it to strengthen the team. Always in a bad place for negotiations. Tony up as the ball into the box. According to the Scottish Sun, Bayer Leverkusen have put in a concrete offer from Morelos, and Horgan played for Hibs, not Rangers. He was a nightmare to play against. Yeah. Interesting. Morelos. Stephen Gerrard said his head was turned, wasn't it? Whiteheart Dame says, I wonder for how long Wycombe can avoid Brentford scoring the second goal. We'll see. One goal will do it. And we are going to get another sub for Wycombe. They're just delaying ever so slightly, and they've cancelled it. I think Gareth Ainsworth's waiting to see Fred Onyedinma, who you Millwall fans will be familiar with. Looks like Matt Bloomfield was slated to go off. Are they going through with the sub now? We will see. Huddleston to Spurs for 1 million. My God. Bournemouth have a lot of money. Well, who knows? We heard about a lot of transfer fees that still needed to be paid. Marcondes is coming off with a not very fetching top knot, I have to say. Grow your hair and then you deserve to tie it up. Baptiste, Shandon Baptiste, the other player who came in with Fosu from Oxford, is coming on for Marcondes. Might be a little bit of a reshuffle here. I don't see Baptiste playing centrally. We'll have a look at the team shape in just a sec. Here comes Rico Henry onto his left foot. Here is Baptiste. Does look like he's playing centrally. Maybe I'm wrong again. As Kashket tries to get away from good. Can't quite do so. Mel Morris has spent all his money to this point. We don't seem to have the funds to buy good players anymore. Well, you can generate that money by good sales and good recruitment in the same way Brentford has, especially with all those good young players that Derby have. Didn't Sheffield United decide against paying more than 10 million for cash? Maybe that's why they turned to Bogle. Can see Derby fans being unhappy with the fee. Yeah, I can too, especially. But hey, you never know the finances, and if I'm sure Sheffield United will know if Derby can't afford to turn down the bid. But Derby need to play hardball, I think, with this one. They're all either loans or you come from the academy. You need to actually buy senior players to fit around them. Yeah, fair point. Here's Kanyos down the left wing. Dinks that one across. Allsop. Allsop heads it clear. Definitely looks disinterested, talking about Morelos. And Uche Ikpeazu came on for Wycombe, another ex-Scottish player, an ex-Blay. Has he come on? My feed's not behind. Did he come on? Did I miss it? I can't see the big frame of Ikpeazu. Is West Ham headed for relegation? All's not well there. Maybe. Here comes Henry again in that unfamiliar right back position. Fosu puts it across. Grimmer has to concede the corner. Wolf says, hello, Fred. Well, he's quick. I'll give him that. He certainly is. He did the job in the playoffs semis in League One, though, didn't he? How on earth Bogle is going for 40 million. Ake went 10 and Ake went for 40. It's just ridiculous. Yeah, it's all to do with financial positions of buying and selling clubs, I think, isn't it? I'm asking, has he come on? No, not yet. I suspect we'll see him when it's late. We would have seen him earlier without the red card, wouldn't we? No doubt he will cause some havoc in the last couple of minutes. Speaking of havoc, Ethan Pinnock is causing just that with Charles in the box. And the refs had enough of the handbags in there. Look at the size of Pinnock. What is he, 6'5"? Didn't look a lot in this. They're just going touch tight with each other. To be fair, it looked like Pinnock who had his arms around Charles there. Right. in comes the cross and headed clear. And in the end, a foul given, I think possibly against Tony, threw himself at that one. Derby aren't in a position to demand a lot of money, going back to Bogle and Lowe. Indeed, we're coming up 75 minutes here. Let's bring up the screen share if that is accurate. 72% possession, 13 shots to 5. I feel a bit for Wycombe in this one because they were really in the game. Anya Dinma has come on, and for God's sake, I've missed it. Who went off? Someone tell me who went off just now. I could just check, couldn't I? Let's do just that. BBC haven't caught up yet either, have they? Ho-hum. I'm sure they'll catch up. Oh, Tafazoli on the bench as well. Another huge defender that Gareth Ainsworth's brought in. Mistake at the back from Pinnock. Cashcat. Horgan surely, and he scored. It's 1-1. Can you believe it? Elizabeth asked me in the chat, are Wycombe going to equalise? I said no. Yet again, I was wrong. 1-1. And it's a mistake from Pinnock. Let's have a look at this. A throw-in. Pinnock controls it, gives it away. Cashcat takes it, does the right thing, slides it across, and Horgan has equalised for the 10 men of Wycombe. By God. Did exactly the right thing, and Horgan just there to ram it home on 75 minutes there. Poor from Henry. He really sold good down the river there, 2-on-1. And Horgan, the substitute, gets the equaliser, 1-1. Gareth Ainsworth celebrates. It is 1-1. Let me change the banner. So having scored that great goal, Pinnock, a big mistake from him. And are we going to penalties again here? Marcus Force has just come on for Fosu, so that probably completes the reshuffle. Lots of attacking players. I'm interested in Marcus Force this season. Young striker. It is 1-1 here. Goodness me, says Wolf. Ryan says, told you Horgan isn't a good player. Whilst you're at it, say Leeds won't finish top half. I am the kiss of death today, indeed. As Good makes the foul. Wycombe turning the screw here. The 10 men. 77 gone. They're having a bit of territory. They've scored. It's going to penalties at the moment. It's Good on Charles with the foul. King Apple says, I thought Brentford would score again, but I was wrong. Nice to see Force on the pitch after a successful loan. Yes, went off to AFC Wimbledon. Now, Joe Jacobson is lining up this free kick just to the right, slightly to the right of centre from the D. 4-man wall here. Jacobson will take this one left-footed, of course. Matt Bloomfield is having a chat with him. Jacobson hands on hips. Can we get a mega turnaround here? Can Jacobson force something from this free kick? Undoubtedly, he's going to shoot. Well, I've been wrong about everything on the quick, short predictions I've made. Bloomfield steps up purposefully. Jacobson takes it, hits the wall, flies up in the air. Back to Jacobson. And Tony is breaking away with it. But that's soft, ref. Onyedinma has a foul given against him. Well, Tony's done him there, hasn't he? Here is Jensen. Can Brentford get a winning goal here against the 10 men? Avoid penalties. Kanyos down the left. Coming inside on the right foot. Here is Baptiste. Poor touch from him. Bloomfield slides in, commits the foul. Sorry, I'm talking about Scottish football. The only thing I know about is Wycombe have 2 players from Hearts and Hibs. And Brentford is Warburton and Natalie Sawyer. There you go. Well, you're more than welcome. Give us your insight on those ex-Scots players. Free kick for Brentford here. Zambarek is going to take. As I fatefully said last time, Wycombe holding a high line. They scored from it, didn't they? Brentford wouldn't want to lose the first game at their new stadium. A lot of people do, don't they, in new stadiums? Struggle to adapt. Handbags between Good and Grimmer. Stewart takes over, marking him. Free kick to the back post. And Force nearly getting on it. Not quite, though. Swung in right-footed there. Oh, actually, very good defending by Grimmer, who swings out a leg. And I think they get the goal kick out of it as well. Well played, Grimmer. It's quite a good game, actually. Jack Grimmer, the right back for Wycombe. Elizabeth says, what is my score prediction? I'm going to keep my powder dry after you last asked. Can Wycombe score? I didn't think they would. And they did. Wrong again, hey? Feeble making predictions, isn't it? Futile, even. Long one forward for Cashget to trace. Got that assist, didn't he? And Good draws the foul. Cashget is furious and shoves Good. Some blue language from Cashget down there. One of those instances where, is it really a foul? No, probably not. But, you know, they buy the foul, don't they? Oh, Grimmer is ex-Fulham, isn't he? I didn't realise. Dave says, when Pride Park opened, the bloody lights failed. Wasn't there some rumours there about Wimbledon and the lights failing? Were they playing Wimbledon in that game? I don't recall. What time's the draw for the next round? I think it's 2 p.m, Rich. I think we go straight to it after this one is finished. So we will stay online. Jay says, if there's a winner. Yeah. See how quickly they can take 10 penalties. Although I've just figured out that if there were to actually be 10 penalties, no, there could be a winner, couldn't they? Because the first taker could score their first 4 and miss their last one, then you'd have to have 10. Otherwise, 10, an even number, would guarantee a draw, wouldn't it? Tony goes down with Jacobson, holding his face there. Didn't look like a lot in that. Could be a winner after 6. I just realised that after I said it, Joe. All right. Even numbers, hey? Dave says, yeah, it was Wimbledon. The generator failed. And that's where the suspicion was. Some alleged accusations. Do I rate Parker as a manager? I rate him more than I did at the start of last season when I didn't rate him very much. And now he's got a promotion on his CV. I rate him more. So I'm still undecided, but brilliant job to get them up, even though he did have Mitrovic to help him. 4th official and Gareth Ainsworth chit-chatting away. All very good-natured. Ivan Tony is back up. Lady who I used to work with had a son called Ivan. That's why I keep calling him Ivan and not... No, Ivan and not Ivan. But they spoke Portuguese. Joel Valencia has come on for Thompson. Who on earth is going to play at fullback now? Let's find out. They definitely don't want penalties, do they? At the moment, Brentford have 2 centre-halves, 1 fullback, 2 central midfielders, 2 wingers and 2 forwards. That sounds like a 4-4-2 to me, for all you old school guys in there. Although there's just too many wingers. One of the wingers got to play fullback. If anyone can figure out who's playing left back, they've given it away again. Here comes Horgan. Great switch of play. On your dimmer. Can he finish? Good save, Daniels. Chance to win it there. My God. They gave the ball away. If Anya Dimmer's first touch hadn't bounced up there was a decent chance in that one. It was Kanyos who gave it away that time. The play switched. And a good save. To be fair, I think Kanyos is being asked to play at left back. I just shinned that one on you, Dimmer. He did what he could with it after it bounced up. But well played Wycombe in this game. They're giving it a good go. Corner on the left-hand side. Jacobson floats it in. Headed clear. And good touch. Joel Valencia is breaking away now for the 11 of Brentford. I think Bloomfield tried to commit the foul there, the tactical foul. Valencia holds it up. Here comes Jensen down the left-hand side. Cross to the back post. Tony arriving. Takes his eye off that. Or Jacobson got a touch. Yeah, you can see Tony mouthing. He touched it. Let's see if Tony's right or he's just embarrassed that he missed the volley. I think Tony might be right, actually. I think Jacobson... Oh, Sky, I've got us covered here. Let's have a look. Yep, touched his hair. So they've got away with one there on 2 counts. Ball to the far post now. Kanyos. Well forward, considering he's kind of playing left back. Or has Rico Henry actually gone over there now? Looks like he has. When Leeds played Norwich, we're on the edge of our box, and then coincidentally, I was there. I remember it. I remember it well. Yeah. Chaos at the back as Fred fails. He was quite unlucky there, Wolf, to be fair. Quick counter. It just bounced up. He did what he could with the shot. $86 gone here. 1-1. We are headed for penalties. Unless we can get a winning goal in this last 3 minutes, we will hang around for the draw as and when it happens also. Here comes Kanyos down the left-hand side, going against Grimmer, who's had a good game here. Kanyos gets the crossover. Zamarek is on the back post. Jacobson half clear. Zamarek has it. Joel Valencia, who might be playing right back. He crosses to the back post. Up goes Kanyos. He cannot win it. Goal kick. Do I think it was an accident? I'm not going to get into conspiracy theories, Jay. It did seem weird that it happened right at the point. I think it was Buendia was in the box, wasn't it? Norwich were really good that day, though, weren't they? So would have taken more than playing some distortion over the PA would have made a difference. Gareth Ainsworth having a chit-chat with the 4th official as Kashket chases through. Oh, he's got goal side good. Kashket is in. He's in on goal. He's round the keeper. And he's gone down. He's probably going to get a yellow for simulation, or has he just fallen over? Big chance for Wycombe. Big, big chance. Another mistake. Charlie Good this time. Into the box. And... no contact, I don't think, from Daniels. Let's have a look. No. I think the refs called that right, actually, because I think maybe simulation would have been an unfair call as well. Wycombe looking the more likely to win it there, despite their 10 men. And Brentford shaky at the back here. Jensen plays the channel. Grimmer gets that one clear. 89 minutes, 20 seconds up. Cash kick. Couldn't get a shot off then. In behind. Big chance. Clear handball there, wasn't it? Or was that deemed not deliberate from Freeman? Good ball by Freeman. Here's Onyedinma, 1v1. Just held the ball up there. Joe asks, am I doing the draw after the game? Yes, we will stay on for the draw. I'm deciding the draw. I'm going to draw all the championship teams against each other. Right, super slow replay here of this. No, that's a dive. If there was contact, he then grounds the foot that there was contact with and throws himself down. I love how Gareth Ainsworth is telling him to shoot. I don't think there's enough in that for that to be a penalty. Here is Zambarek, feeds in Valencia, well shepherded out by Fred. Onyedinma. What's going on here? In the chat here, Alice Sadiq has put Joe Linton 10 times. Dear oh me. Everyone's telling him to stop spanning, put him on the naughty step. Opinions on Derby v Barrow yesterday. I did the whole of the game. I tell you what though, I will put SFA Aliit on the naughty step. Bye bye, sir. And Alice Sadiq's on for the second time. There we go. There has been no goal. Don't worry about the silly spamming in the... yes, opinions on Derby yesterday. Interesting to see the 3-5-2. I liked Taveric, the centre-half. I thought Bird played really well in central midfield without Rooney there. Here comes Kashkit in the left channel against Valencia, who may or may not be playing fullback, depending on what the hell the Brentford team shape is with all of these substitutes. Zambarek breaking clear. Here is Rico Henry. Plays it inside to Pinnock. Everything slows down. We are 1 minute 50 seconds in to 3 minutes stoppage time. A foul on Baptiste, I think. Marky's Adventures says, great channel, Ben. Thank you. You are welcome. Went a bit Ringo Starr then, didn't I? We've got a free kick to Brentford, which is likely, if they can kill 20 seconds now, to be the last action of this game prior to another penalty shootout, which may delay the draw. Wycombe, less of a high line this time. Once bitten, twice shy. Dinked in. Good. Wins their header. And Allsop gathers well. Bashes into the post. Hope that doesn't scupper him for penalties. I don't think Kanyos meant anything by that. Let's have a look. No. No blame attached to Kanyos at all for that. Also, eyes on the ball. Oh, he's just playing for time. He's absolutely fine. Straight to pens, Elizabeth. What are the odds Alice Sadiq will blame it on his brother? High. Very, very high. Yeah, we're going straight to pens. Is Allsop okay? Or is he playing possum, as Gorilla Monsoon used to say in the wrestling commentary? Lee says, no team wants to win, but no team wants to lose. Yeah, totally agree with that. That's why we're getting a lot of draws and penalty shootouts, isn't it? Allsop gets to his feet. I'm sure he'll be okay when the penalties start. I would love for the ref to make him go off the pitch now, despite the fact that the foul was committed about an inch away from his goal. Is that the Wycombe sub-goalkeeper they've got the camera on? I'm afraid my knowledge of Wycombe doesn't extend to their sub-goalkeeper. Let me know if the Sky commentary said, because I got it on silent, obviously. Right, this should be the last kick of the game as Allsop clears. And for the second watch-along running, we are going to penalties in the first ever game at the Brentford Community Stadium. Let's update the banner here. Well played, Wycombe. to get it to penalties in the end. Down to 10 men. The story of this game. Ethan Pinnock with a superb headed goal in the first half. I'm just going to move the mic a little bit closer. Let me know if it gets too loud or if that sounds okay. How is that, guys? Hopefully it's not getting too noisy and distorted. Half-time, 1-0. Red card for Gape. Start of the second half. Brentford not taking advantage. Couple of mistakes, nearly letting Wycombe in. And in the end, a mistake by Charlie Good. No, by Ethan Pinnock, excuse me. Cashgett squaring it across for Horgan, the substitute, who scores on his debut. Another chance for Cashgett, a mistake by Charlie Good this time. As we're seeing a very close camera shot of Thomas Frank, who loves a team talk on the pitch, we know. And they set up for penalties. So 1-1. I suppose Brentford shaded it, especially after the 10 men, but good spirit from Wycombe. They're in a huddle at the moment as we get ourselves ready for penalties. Pens, indeed. Brentford don't want to lose their first game at the new stadium. No, they do not. How has the game been? Have Wycombe been S-housing it? No, they haven't really, actually, Alex. Played pretty well. Does still have the air of a pre-season friendly. Lee says, at least you didn't watch the Wednesday game. That's painful to watch. Yeah, there has been some sense of a slight level of under-competitiveness in a few of these games. But we go to penalties. Remember, Allsop, the Wycombe goalkeeper, and Daniels, the Brentford goalkeeper, are always key figures in these games. Remember in the Derby Barrow game yesterday, we had 4 penalties in a row missed in a rather lackluster penalty shootout, let's just say. As Thomas Frank gets himself ready to watch the penalty shootout here. If I was really clever, I would get the tick and cross emoji up and we could update the banners as we go. Let's see if I can do that. Tick symbol. How can I get that? Oh, I can't be bothered to go away to the other screen. You guys will just have to listen to me talk about it. Maybe I can do a 0 for a goal and an X for a miss. We'll do it like that, hey? And we'll have the banners. Let's make a new banner, in fact. Sorry if you hear a load of tip-tapping on the keyboard now. As the goalkeepers head up to the end of the stadium where the penalties will be taken. So this is what you will see on the bottom of the screen. And I will put an X or a 0 in as and when people go. Ivan Toney has the ball on his debut for the first penalty. The referee very pedantically makes him move the ball back 2 inches. Looked like it was... Is it overhanging the circle for the penalty spot? Is that okay, or does it actually have to be on the line? It might be different. I'm sure someone will know the rules. Allsop moves on his line. He's now required to stand still. And Toney strokes in the opening penalty. 1-0 Brentford for the opening kick. We'll stick that one up there. Joe Jacobson is coming forward. I don't think Ryan Allsop, the Brentford, the Wycombe goalkeeper, has got the memo here that you're not allowed to move on your line anymore. Is that correct? Someone let me know in the comments. I don't think you are. Jacobson's going to step up left-footed, the Wycombe penalty taker, and he scores straight, fairly straightish penalty, good height on it. It is 1-1 in the penalty shootout here as Zambarek steps up. to take penalty number 2 for Brentford. Tony and Jacobson scoring thus far. Zambarek puts the ball down, looking like a left footer. Also, moving on his line again. I wonder if he saves one, whether they'll get a retake. Zambarek steps up and sends Allsop the wrong way. 2-1 to Brentford in the shootout thus far. Zambarek and Tony scoring for Brentford. Jacobson scoring for Wycombe. Looks like Freeman is that stepping up now for the Chairboys. Yes, indeed. If anyone has any ideas on this law here, on the penalties, and also moving. Oh, it's a terrible penalty by Freeman. Really gets underneath it. He's trying to put it roof of the net, and he skies the ball right into the stand. He went with it right-footed, and his technique really let him down there. He got right underneath that. Wanted to hit it with his instep into the top corner. Horrible, horrible penalty by Freeman. And it is 2-1 to Brentford. Not sure about the keeper moving rule. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Dawson moved a lot. Okay, I'm sure I'm wrong about it. Maybe it's that their feet can't be ahead of the line, or they have to have at least 1 foot on or behind the line. I know there was a change in the wording. If anyone can be bothered to look it up. It is 2-1 in the shootout. Up steps Jensen. Oh, my God. And he has smashed his penalty over the crossbar with the right foot there. Really poor couple of penalties there. His technique was sounder, but he was way off with his aim. Let's have a look. Yeah, his technique was absolutely fine, but just aim over the top, whereas Freeman really just knackered his technique there, didn't he? Daryl Horgan is stepping up as they're trying to get hilariously, they're trying to get the ball back from the stand because it's been smashed over. 2-1. Wycombe have a penalty in hand here and can equalise. Brilliantly, the ball is thrown down and hits the crossbar and bounces back. Ryan Allsop has to go and get it. No ball boys here. Right, Horgan steps up. He is going to take this one right-footed. Focused on the ball. Can he equalise here with the third penalty for Wycombe? Right-footed, much better penalty. Didn't smash it. Nice bit of loft on it. Sends the keeper the wrong way. Textbook how you would want a penalty to go. And it is 2-2. The Wycombe players looking very relaxed in their huddle. They're 2-2 in the penalty shootout now. 3 penalties taken apiece. A couple of them skied by Jensen and Freeman. Tony Zambarek, Jacobson and Horgan all scoring. Sergi Canos, who played pretty well in this game, hit the post in normal time with a lovely right foot curler. Steps up. Allsop procrastinating a little bit, trying to make Canos wait. Hands on his knees, moves on the line. Canos steps up right-footed and brilliant penalty in off the post. Possibly, I might change my mind if I know that Allsop got a hand to that. But if he didn't, then it's a brilliant penalty. And yes, he did. It's not a brilliant penalty. He's actually quite lucky. Allsop, a big hand on that, but does not make the save. 3-2 to Brentford here. Canos sticking his penalty home. And here comes Kashket, who made quite the impact in the game. Came on as a sub with not that long left, set up the goal and was clear and went down in the box. Could have given Wycombe the win here in normal time. Kashket is going to step up left-footed. 4 or 5 steps run up. Here comes Kashket. Great save. Really nice save by Daniels in the goal for Brentford. A low penalty, not quite in the corner, but Daniels gets down well to save that one, which means whoever the next taker is for the Bees can give them the win and send them through to the next round of the EFL Cup. It's Force, a late substitute here, who puts the ball down, and he can send Brentford through here. Looks like he's going to go right-footed, running up from the edge of the 18-yard box. Up step Force for the win, smacks it down the middle, and Brentford have won the shootout 4-2 and have won the tie. So just to go through those penalties, Tony made it 1-0, Jacobson equalised, Jambarek made it 2-1, then Freeman and Jensen both missed in a row. Horgan then equalised to make it 2-2. Kanyos scored, Kashket misses the decisive one, unlucky for him. And Force gets the winner. So Brentford get the win. I am now going to edit the name of this stream to the EFL Cup Draw live watch-along. And we will see if that works. Carabao, can I spell it? Cup Draw. I think that has worked. Save changes. Yes, that has worked. Terrific. So we are going to hang around. Oh, in fact, it hasn't worked. I'm not allowed to do that. I cannot change. Let me know if everything's okay in YouTube and you can still see me. It feels like a cup final, says Nick. Afternoon to Trevor. We will be hanging around for the Carabao Cup Draw. I've tried to change the name of the feed. Let me know if the name of the stream has indeed changed. No, I don't think you can change it midstream. So hang around, everybody, and we will keep our eyes on the Carabao Cup Draw. I am assuming it will now take place on the same Sky channel. Let me know if you know differently. Hope they get a move on, says Alex. The cricket starts in 10 minutes. Any comments here? The ABBA rule. Well, do you remember that in the in the penalty shootouts? My God. Freeman also wasted a penalty last season in the first round of the Carabao. Says I can't remember who said that. White Hart Dane. There we go. Right, let's see if I can spell Carabao Cup Draw coming up. Stay tuned. We can react and see who all our teams get drawn in the Carabao Cup. Let me know if they're going to move from... I know they've done it on Twitter before. Just excuse me. I'm just going to move away from the microphone. I'm just going to bring Twitter up on my laptop over here. Hopefully you can still hear me. I know the audio will have gone a bit lower there. We'll bring up Twitter and see if we can get the feed of the draw on there and whether things are moving quicker. Let's have a look. Do you know what we might actually be able to do without being demonetized here is possibly be able to bring it up in the other screen. Although, will I get in trouble for doing that? It might be too much of a risk. It's not my content, is it? Who do I want, Ben? Honestly, without being flippant about it, I couldn't care less who Ipswich get in the Carabao Cup. I would imagine that it'll be used, like most people, for sort of pre-season friendly type stuff. So I don't care, really. Be nice for Ipswich to keep winning, so maybe a fellow lower league, destroying Ipswich, terrible League One or League Two team, I think, really. So, yeah, it's one of those ones where with it being behind closed doors now, you don't really benefit from drawing Manchester United away anymore because it's a empty stadium, isn't it? So let me just bring my laptop over here and we'll see who's ahead out of Twitter and Sky. When the ball is kicked, the defending goalkeeper must have at least part of 1 foot touching or in line with the goal. Thank you for correcting me. Yeah, so you can move on your line, but as the ball's kicked, 1 foot must be in line with the goal. Sorry, Bancrash Wallop. You will have just heard 1 Pepsi Max being thrown into a bin with another 10 Pepsi Max cans, which is shocking. I know, poor form. Ipswich v Leeds under 23s. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? Did you see Jordan Archer play for Bournemouth yesterday? Yeah, incredible. He must have a good agent, mustn't he? I don't know. Is the draw still north and south? Because it was for this round, wasn't it? I wouldn't be so sure now the Premier League team's in. Ben says, I wouldn't risk it now. I was going to bring it up in the second screen, but that is naughty, isn't it? We don't want all our hard work here. 2 hours and 17 minutes into this stream to be done. Yes, still north and south. Come on, the chat. They always get the right answers, do they? Goes national round 3. Although the north and south is a bit of a joke when Ipswich or Norwich can draw Exeter or Plymouth. You know, it's crazy. That's one thing I will say about the Ipswich draw. I do not want a massive long away trip, obviously. That would not be good. Just going to grab another bit of paper so we can scribble this down as we go. Why is there cricket on my screen? I do not need to be seeing any cricket when we want the Carabao Cup draw. Let me just go over to my laptop. Right, I think I might have to change the channel on my TV. Bear with me 1 second. What channel is it on Sky, guys? Let me know. TV guide. All channels. I reckon it might be on Sky Sports News, you know. Why can't I see my favourites? There we go. I'm seeing Kyle Walker be interviewed on Sky Sports News. So maybe the draw is just going to be on Twitter now. If Sky's broadcast of... it's on Carabao Cup's Twitter, yeah. Maybe if Sky's broadcast is finished, they don't have it and it's only going to be on Twitter. My laptop is just there, so I'll keep my eye on it. Everybody shout if you see it start, and we will react as we go. All channels. Right, let me have a good old scan through all the Sky channels. God, that's way too many to look at. It's select by sports only. Do you know, I don't think it is on Sky. Maybe Sky Sports News will take it. I'll leave Sky Sports News on as I'm looking at Mark Crossley commenting on a Wales match. I will, however, bring my laptop over real quick, and whichever one gets there first, we will see. Right. Let's have a little bit of fun. 2-word answer, the team you support, a dash, and then who you want them to draw. Okay? So 2-word answer, put the team you support, then a dash, and then who you want them to draw. Yeah? That'd be great. I'd be interested in seeing who wants to get who. So the team you support, a dash, and then who you want your team to be drawn against it. So I'm just having a reshuffle because we are all waiting for the Sky Sports here. Leeds, Bradford, says Jay. Fulham, Ipswich. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? Stoke, Port Vale. Yeah. A Steel City derby, although can I say I spent a lot of money going to two Steel City derbies recently that both ended 0-0. Be very, very boring. Palace Charlton. Shaylee's back from shopping, everybody. Can I have a can of Pepsi, please, darling? And can you come and tell everybody what you bought from shopping? Fulham Ipswich, says Cole. Reading Oldham, says Elizabeth. Brentford Harrogate, says Nicholas. Norwich, at least we don't have to play Ipswich. There you go. Luton Watford, yes, Nick, love it. Leeds Sheffield United. Leeds Sheffield Wednesday. I'll get you, White Hart. Not in it yet. So Pompey, I'm hoping for another League Two team. Millwall v Charlton. We've got Arsenal's under 21s in the EFL Trophy, not in the Carabao Cup though. Millwall v my dad's old team, Bristol. You can't call them Bristol. Which one, City or Rovers? Ipswich Leyton Orient, says Ben. Someone's commented on our football forum. The draw's at 6. Well, it says here commencing shortly. Here's Haley and here's Arlo. Does everybody want to meet Arlo? Bring Arlo into shot. Let's meet Arlo. There he is. Now, do not bark, Arlo. Everyone say hello to Arlo in the chat. Thank you for my can of Coke. How was shopping, my darling?
That's okay.
Did you get everything you needed to?
And more.
And more.
Yeah.
Everybody say hi to Arlo. Thank you for my can of Coke. We're just going to do the cup draw.
Yeah.
The grocery shopping is not going to be here till 3:47, and then I'll come down and see you. Are you going to have Mum and Dad?
Can we later?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Right. Okay, we're still going. That's a cute doggo, isn't he wonderful, hey? Hey to Arlo. Hey, Arlo and Shaylee. Hey, Arlo. He looks cute, isn't he wonderful, hey? There's only one team in Bristol as my love it. He was a good boy. I thought he was going to bark down the microphone, hey? Oh, Papa. What a cutie, and the dog's not bad either. There we go. Hello, Arlo. Everybody says hello. Do you know, I don't know how old he is. If Shaylee comes back in the chat, she'll answer. Everyone wants Ipswich, hey? They want to punish and pound Ipswich. Newcastle v Oldham, says Peladon Productions. Right, come on, Carabao Cup and Sky. This should have started 20 minutes ago. Dear oh me. We will hang around until such time as the draw does take place here. Villa can't draw Ipswich. I think they might be able to, mightn't they? Or are they in a different pot? Crazy that they can not draw Villa, but they can draw Exeter. Right. So it started on Twitter. So let's... can I bring that up full screen? My Sky appears to be behind. Can anyone tell me what Sky channel it's on? Can anyone give me the number of what Sky channel it's on? So I can very, very quickly find it. I'm on Sky Sports News. Anyone give me the Sky channel number? That would be wonderful. I'll try and find it on the TV guide, but that might take 100 years knowing the way this is set up. 403. Well done, Joe. Someone always comes through in the chat, don't they? This is a new TV, by the way. So if I look like an old fuddy-duddy trying to use it. 403. Right. See, now I have the beauty of seeing who's ahead and who's behind. Right, Sky is ahead. So, right, number 5 has come out. We are doing the North draw first. And Burnley are out. Right, North draw first. Burnley have drawn. Sheffield United, Burnley, Sheffield United, all Premier League tie. Burnley versus Sheffield United. Get your thoughts in. Number 6 is Al Burton. We're doing the North draw here first. And number 1, Burton versus Aston Villa. Villa going to Burton. Who's next? Number 4 is Bradford. All the Leeds fans have just woken up. Bradford versus number 13, Lincoln City. So Jay doesn't get his dream draw there. Number 12 is out. Leeds. Who are Leeds going to draw? Number 11. Leeds will play Hull, who they most recently beat 4-0, didn't they? Number 8 next. Everton versus number 21. Salford. Wow. Sky TV will be all over that. Everton versus Salford. Wolves will be playing number 24, Stoke City. Number 20 is Rochdale. They will be playing number 23. Get your comments in. Who did your team get? Sheffield Wednesday. Another championship team in there. Number 25 is out next, West Brom. They will be playing number 10, Harrogate. Harrogate go to Premier League West Brom. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Number 14 is Borough. And Borough will be playing number 2, Barnsley. Borough versus Barnsley, an all-championship game there. We're still in the North draw here. Number 7, Derby County, who we did the watch-along with yesterday. We'll be playing number 19, Preston North End. Another all-championship tie in there. Number 16, Newcastle United. We'll be playing Blackburn Rovers. Rovers go away to Newcastle. Number 15 is next, Morecambe. Going to get Fleetwood. Number 17, Oldham. See, localised draws do work, don't they? Fleetwood, we just mentioned them. Who will they get? Fleetwood will play number 18, Port Vale. No Port Vale versus Stoke, sadly. Stoke going to Wolves. And I think that is all she wrote for the North draw. Let's see. Okay, so they've thrown it up here. I'll just bang through these. Burnley, Sheffield United, Burton, Villa, Bradford, Lincoln, Leeds, Hull, Everton, Salford, Wolves, Stoke, Rochdale, Sheffield Wednesday, West Brom, Harrogate, Borough, Barnsley, Derby, Preston, Newcastle, Blackburn, Morecambe, Oldham, Fleetwood, Port Vale. Let me know who your team got and are you happy? We're about to come on to the south side of the draw. As Alex says, now the proper part. No, James, you haven't missed Ipswich yet. Yes, indeed. Alan Shearer, Derby, Newcastle versus Blackburn. Yeah, West Brom versus Harrogate's going to be a good one. United, City and Liverpool are in Europe, so they come in the third round. Let's bring up the BBC website and see if they are across the draw just yet. No, they are not. It almost might be better to try Twitter, mightn't it? I think we're just about to start the second half. Right, here goes Mr. Bab. Anyone know what number Ipswich are? Here we go with the south side of the draw. West Ham. Come on, draw Ipswich. Go on. Number 5. Oh, West Ham Charlton. Love that. Number 11 is out next. Ipswich. Right, here we go. Who are Ipswich going to get? Number 9. Fulham. Someone called it in the chat. Ipswich versus Fulham. Wow. Number 17. Oxford for animation, who's in the chat here. Who are they going to get? Number 22. Oxford versus Watford. That's reasonably close to being a local derby, isn't it? I know there's Luton and Reading and Swindon all in the way. Bournemouth. Jason Tyndall's Bournemouth. Who will they get? Number 8. Bournemouth versus Palace. Interesting. Very interesting tie. Premier League game last season. Bournemouth now in the Championship. Orient. Who will Orient play? Number 18. Trevor says, I knew it. There we go. Orient versus Plymouth. Orient get the short straw. Got to drive all the way down to Plymouth. Southampton. Right, can we get Saints versus Pompey? Is this possible? Come on, Phil Babb, do it for us. 24. Brentford, who we've just been covering on this very, very stream. Bristol City. Can they get Millwall? Which was requested in the chat. Number 16. Northampton. Bristol City versus Northampton. Reading versus Luton. My local team this end now. Luton. They go off to Reading. Who's still in there, boys? Is it anyone's team still in there? And girls, sorry. Millwall. There they are. We've got a few Millwall fans in. Who are Millwall going to get? Number 6. Cheltenham. Not very glamorous, but a chance to win, you would think, for the Lions. Brighton on the south coast. Can't get Brighton Palace. They're already out. Brighton versus Pompey. You do get a south coast derby, though. Brighton versus Pompey. We managed to get 1. Number 15 coming out here. Newport. Swansea still in? Newport versus Cambridge. Long journey for Cambridge over to Wales. Gillingham versus Coventry. Are they going to do the third round or not? Ben seems to think they are. I think they're doing 2 rounds here, so we will hang around. How on earth they're going to figure this out? Because they need to do the balls, so to speak, and who gets which number. West Ham Charlton, that's a cracker. Ipswich Fulham, Oxford Watford, Bournemouth Palace, Orient Plymouth, Southampton Brentford, that'd be fun. Bristol City Northampton, Reading Luton, Millwall Cheltenham, Brighton Portsmouth, that's a good one. Newport Cambridge, and Gillingham Coventry. Get your thoughts in. Who did your team get? Are you going to win? Whiteheart Dane says, exit for Pompey and then can concentrate on League One. Who have Pompey got? Yeah, Brighton, isn't it? At least Millwall will breeze past that draw, says Sam. So, if anyone knows what's happening, because I have to have the sound down on here, what are they doing next? Are we going straight on for a third draw? Do they all need to go back into the pot now? Sorry for this sound. There we go. My team Ipswich at home to Fulham. And possibly Alexandra Mitrovic against Chambers and Wilson and Wolfenden and Stephen Ward and the Ipswich defenders there. they've just cut back to Laura Woods on Sky. If anyone can smarten me up, let me know what's happening now. Are we going to the third round draw? That would really help me out. Everton v Salford. Yes, Sky will be all over that with the Class of 92 links as well. Draw in 10 minutes. And then Mally says 15 minutes. And Tafter says Salford sucks. Yeah, Salford not very popular in lower league circles, are they? Let me know in the comments. Quick yes or no. Shall I hang around for the third round draw? I'm more than willing to. Always look to the chat for the answers. Richard says third round draw is today. Let's see if the BBC have caught up and we can see the draw. Some journalist must have written it up somewhere so far. Sky had the graphic, didn't they? Well, let's have a look on Twitter. If I type in Carabao Cup, do we have a still? We do not, but we will get one. Don't you worry about that. Yes, we're going to hang on is the consensus. Yes. Yes, of course. Yes, I love it. Throw all of these up. Gazza's happy with a game against Cheltenham. You'd rather be going to the horse racing, going to Cheltenham, wouldn't you? But there you go. Happy about the Albion draw, says George, against Harrogate. Just hope we don't get beat. Pre-season friendly, most people are using, hasn't it? Hang around. What else have you got to do? Yeah, really. Salford was a good away day. I was on BT Sport dressed as a parrot. Callum, get us a picture of that, please. If you've got a web link, stick it in the chat here. Chelsea are in Europe, so they're too good for it, Elizabeth. Who did the Blades get? Burnley. They were first game out, weren't they? Can see Watford playing their second team. Absolutely. Look, there's going to be a lot of teams that are going to look at the schedule possibly in. So we try and get it up. Let me go on the other window. We'll try and get it up. EFL Cup scores and fixtures out. They haven't got the schedule up. Let me see if I can do it. EFL Cup schedule. And you'll see how ludicrous that this is. Bear with me a second, guys. And I'll share the screen when it comes up. So look, if we bring, let me bring this screen up here and we'll switch over there and you will see. So we've just played round one, as you can see up the top there. So round two is going to be the midweek 15th and 16th. And you can see, if you just look down a bit, that the EFL Trophy plays in the midweek preceding, which is this coming midweek, isn't it? Then you get another set of league games at the weekend. And then round three is the following midweek and round four is the following midweek from that. So you can see why a lot of teams will not really be too bothered, because if you win all of the Carabao Cup games and you play on the, what will it be, the 12th, the 19th and the 26th, you're going to be playing 7 games in very, very short order. So let's have a look. Yes, Europe teams, third round indeed. Lee says, be happy with a chance to progress against Burnley. The schedule for the League Cup is ridiculous. Yeah, that's the one that took the hit, isn't it? Shove everything in September and then try and get everything back to normal. Yesterday, I follow a commentator called Matt Smith, Ryan Woods. Oh dear. Anyone's got any good I follow stories, do let me know. I know the Millwall stream didn't even start for the first 20 minutes, did it? My God. I would imagine the draw numbers will be in orders of the teams drawn out, i.e. starting with the North draw. Yeah, quite probably. We'll see what they've got up their sleeves. I'm sure they'll be scrambling very quickly, sorting it out now. So let me just change. We just changed the slide here. Carabao Cup draw, second round complete. Hang about for the third round draw very soon. There we go. So if anyone finds the stream, they're going to know what's going on. If you will indulge me, guys, can I do a quick plug? You can support via Super Chat. Right now. You can go and subscribe on Patreon, or you can use Amazon.co.uk shopfront. Let me bring it up. Amazon.co.uk/shop/the Benjamin Bloom football channel. God, we've got to work on that URL, haven't we? Accept cookies. So there's now another way to support the channel. And if I can actually use the tech, and we'll go share screen and we'll bring that up. You can now support the channel by going to my shop front. Look at that. God damn it. So I've made 4 lists there. There's some liquid refreshment that you might like. Some of my favorite wines, my YouTube setup, all the equipment I use there. There's some man stuff that I like to use to look the way I do because everyone asks about my appearance. And there's some of my favorite football books in there. So if you go over to amazon.co.uk/shop/the Benjamin Bloom football channel, then you can go and buy any of those products and I get a little kickback. Why the hell not? Just a little bit of fun, isn't it? What awful corporate world we live in. Look, I lost my job because of COVID and we're trying to do this full time. So we got to try and have as many income streams as we possibly can, guys. And I just like the fact that I'm an Amazon influencer. Get me. Hey, let's have a look at the comments here. I don't want Burke, to be honest. If we get Bogle and Lowe, that solves any issues. Are we talking Oliver Burke? He was going to be a great player, wasn't he? Jason, not so sure Everton v Salford will be a TV pick. Other way around, maybe. Yeah, you might be right if it was at Salford. In fact, what are they going to do for TV picks? Let's have a look here at the draw. I mean, they're going to go with you've got Leeds in there, which is eyeballs, isn't it? You've got an all Premier League tie-in, Burnley versus Sheffield United. Wolves Stoke is vaguely interesting, isn't it? Look, they're going to go for a Premier League team for one, and then they'll go for, I think they will go for Salford versus Everton, Jason, I have to say. Oxford Watford might be interesting, mightn't it? Ipswich Fulham, maybe not. We'll see. Let me know how things are progressing with the next draw. I've got Sky Channel 403 open, so we'll see if it is going to appear anytime soon. We will hang around. This stream is now 2 hours, 44 minutes long. By God. There we go. Get your thoughts in on the draw. Who did your team get? As we look forward even further to the third round draw. I find it a little bit weird doing a draw for a cup where one round basically hasn't even happened, but there we go. Lincoln v Everton last year. Little team against the big team, especially when the little team has the class of '92 involved in the ownership. Hey, Burton Villa, yeah, that might be a fun one, mightn't it? Wolves v Stoke is the Staffordshire derby. Is that a typo or an insult to Staffordshire? Who knows, Eamon? Let's scroll down here. West Ham versus Charlton. Trevor says, I hope you're doing a watch along for Ipswich versus Fulham. Now, this is where we get in trouble because we have the Blue Monday channel, obviously, don't we? So if I do an Ipswich watch along, I'll probably have to put it down the Blue Monday channel. But you can watch over there. and see some other faces on the Blue Monday channel there. How was the gig last night? It was good, but there were some technical issues connecting to the house PA, which was annoying, and I hope I don't get the blame for, because I don't think it was my fault. Shouldn't publish that online, should I? There we go. Put the suits back. We've drawn Ipswich away. There we go. Brighton v Pompey. Yeah, that might be fun, mightn't it? How was the pork loin? Oh, the pork loin was great yesterday, Lee. Loved the pork loin, and it was like with this cranberry sauce thing. Great stuff, eh? Hip says, I see Villa giving our youth players a run out against Burton. A few impressed. Yeah, a lot of teams use this first League Cup game, don't they, as an excuse to give the teams a run out, the young players there. Hi, Ben. Do you think Ben Rama and Watkins will join Aston Villa? Quite probably. I don't know if both will, but I think maybe if they don't get the one they really want, that they'll up the ante for the other. So, Jeff, good luck to you all out there. Do you think people will be allowed to attend football this year? Yes, it's happening very, very soon. Ipswich have put out a thing where you have to talk about your bubble and apply or what have you. So, did I have a dessert with my pork loin? I went to work and then had my dessert when I came back. And my wonderful missus, who you saw on the camera earlier, had been doing some baking and had some spare meringues, which were very, very nice. Norwich had a strong squad yesterday, despite the absentees. Yeah, Norwich have got a very strong squad going into this season. Indeed, Mike says, I tell you, don't underestimate Stoke. We are going to beat the Wolves. Well, remember as well, Wolves played a hell of a lot of games with the Europa League, didn't they, this season? So perhaps they may rest some players. Any update on when this godforsaken draw is going to take place? I'm on an ad break here on Sky. I'm seeing Kevin De Bruyne. And a Bet365 advert. There you go. Trevor, you legend. Let's drink to that. A $2.99 super chat from Trevor. Thank you very, very much, sir. If you do want to support the channel, even if it's £1 or some people do 79p or whatever, that really, really, really helps the super chats. We've got nearly 12,000 subscribers. So maybe if we had 100,000 subscribers, I wouldn't need to ask because the ad revenue would be fantastic. However, it really, really helps with the super chats. They really make up the difference. Ben of youth. The Villa look good. We have Jacob Aaron, Ramsey, all brothers, very different ages, but very good. Cool. Look forward to seeing those boys play. Joshua says, surprised Alfie Moore. Wow. Put my teeth back in. Alfie Mawson is coming to Ashton Gate. Decent. Yeah, I like the look of that one as well, Josh, as well. Good player. Arlo did not get any pork loin, Alex. No, we destroyed it, I'm afraid. Wasn't Alfie Mawson tipped to be the next great England centre-back? I don't know. Was he? Right. We are back in the Carabao Cup studio. Let me grab a piece of paper and hopefully not pull the thing over with my earphones connected to it. And we will see what Phil Babb can come up with. J-Dog asks, a championship table prediction. Where did it go? Yes, it is happening. Don't you worry. Lee, cider chutney on cheese. Oh, do it. Love it. Here we go, says Melly. Paul's big fat thumbs on his mobile phone. There we go. Blame predictive text. That's what I always do, Paul. There you go. Right. I can change that banner now. We are up to the next draw. So I can delete that. Who have we got? Bradford or Lincoln? It's going to be hard to write down. Versus Liverpool. Wow. Premier League champions, Liverpool. Bristol City or Northampton versus Aston Villa or Burton. Morecambe or Oldham versus Newcastle or Blackburn. Get your thoughts in on who your team got. Reading versus Reading or Luton versus Manchester United. Boom. One of the big boys. Remember, the big boys are in. Maybe that's why they wanted to do this one, so you could announce those top teams. Derby or Preston versus Brighton or Pompey. Who's next? Number 15. Ipswich or Fulham. Here we go. Versus Rochdale or Sheffield Wednesday. Wow. No huge tie for Ipswich then. No offence to Fulham fans. We've played many times, haven't we? Manchester City. Who is Pep going to get? He is going to get Bournemouth or Palace. Millwall or Cheltenham? Can we get a West Ham out of this one? Burnley or Sheffield United? Chelsea, another of the big boys, versus Borough or Barnsley. Number 6 out next. We must be getting to the end now. Wolves or Stoke. Versus Gillingham or Coventry. Number 28 is Leicester, who are really a kind of a big deal now, aren't they? Top 6. Leicester versus Arsenal. And the TV companies all jump on that one, no doubt. Number 8 is West Brom or Harrogate. Can Harrogate get a possible ridiculous tie if they beat West Brom? Let's find out. Southampton or Brentford. Could be another Premier League team for sure. Newport or Cambridge. Versus Oxford or Watford. I'm running out of space on my piece of paper. I've not thought this through, have we? Please be the last game. Fleetwood or Port Vale versus Everton or Salford. Gonna have to go up to the top here. Orient or Plymouth versus Spurs. Oh, you could get Orient versus Spurs. I think Harry Kane's sponsoring the Orient shirt as well. 14. West Ham or Charlton versus Leeds or Hull. West Ham versus Leeds. That might be fun, mightn't it? And I think we're all done. Right, hopefully they'll recap all of those and we can go through. Let me know who your team has potentially got, as in second and then third round. Be interested to see which one of those is the easiest and is the hardest. Right, go on, give me a graphic. That'll make life easier. Right, Bradford or Lincoln play Liverpool, the champions. Bristol City or Northampton play Burton or Villa. Morecambe or Oldham play Newcastle or Blackburn. So you could get something like Morecambe v Newcastle there. Reading or Luton play Man U. Could have Man U going to Kenilworth Road. Derby or Preston play Brighton or Pompey. Ipswich or Fulham play Rochdale or Sheffield Wednesday. Ipswich could get Rochdale. There we go. Man City Bournemouth or Palace they play. Millwall or Cheltenham versus Burnley or Sheffield United. Chelsea versus Borough or Barnsley. Wolves or Stoke versus Gillingham or Coventry. Leicester versus Arsenal is the highest in terms of the two league positions of the two clubs. Highest tie in the round. West Brom or Harrogate versus Southampton or Brentford. So Harrogate, if they beat Premier League West Brom, could get Premier League Southampton, or playoff final losers Brentford. Newport or Cambridge versus Oxford or Watford. Fleetwood or Port Vale versus Everton or Salford. Orient or Plymouth versus Spurs. So Orient could get Spurs, by God. West Ham or Charlton versus Leeds or Hull. Right, let's have a look at your comments and we'll see what teams you got. And then, as we approach 3 hours into the stream, we will go for it. Nick says, Luton v Reading, then Man United. Wow, yeah, great stuff. Alex says, if we beat Cheltenham, we get Burnley or Sheffield United. Yeah, Millwall got Burnley in the FA Cup. I was at the game. No, Sheffield United, I was at the game. West Ham v Leeds. That sounds fun, doesn't it? Animation says, worst one possible. Who did Oxford get? Animation, where is it on my piece of paper? Yeah, Newport or Cambridge. I feel that our Sean could be coming down from up north. Who's that? Sean Deitch. There you go. What do I think of Matty Cash at Aston Villa? Good luck to him. He's got to learn on the job. Premier League defender. He's only been a defender for 1 year and in a very stable, solid Nottingham Forest defensive unit. So, Ben, love Villa to play Northampton. Yeah, that would be a good one, wouldn't it? A test for the under-23s. There you go. We will see that. Right. I want to say thank you to everybody. If you want to shout out, just bung your name down and then we'll do some shout outs to finish with today. We have done Brentford versus Wycombe. Brentford winning on penalties by 4-2. Then we did the Carabao Cup draw and we did the third round draw. It's been emotional. Support the channel. Hit the thumbs up button if you're still in here. You can support via Amazon Shop, via Super Chat or via Patreon. But please like, comment and subscribe. And if you do run a business, benjaminbloommusic@gmail.com if you want to sponsor the channel. I'm going to talk for another minute because I want the stream to go over 3 hours because I think it's funny now and I deserve it. Yeah, shout out to me after that marathon. Cheers, says Mally. Shout out to Nick and Trevor. Ipswich and Fulham meet again. White Art Dane says cheers. Thank you. I assume this is a cricket reference, is it, Alex? Thank everybody for watching. As I said, there are the plugs. You can join our fantasy league there, T5QBR0. And these shows, well, I won't put this one down because it's 3 hours long, but you can support via the podcast. And there is all our gubbins there, including the Amazon shop front, which looks a little something like that. Right, we are nearly there. I don't have a proper ending. So, I mean, I could play the live stream begins in. That might be quite amusing, and then I'll make an ending. But thank you, everybody, for watching, and I'll see you all very soon. Over and out.